So I went to the movie theater yesterday.
Okay, what did you see?
I went to go see Iron Lung, and
Oh my gosh, I also saw Iron
pretty
Lung.
good movie, right? Like,
I
I mean, it's
really liked it.
yeah,
I thought about it. It's definitely not a mainstream movie, and I figured
yeah.
most people who watch it would hate it, but I quite enjoyed it. I like the cosmic horror kind of
No,
eldritch
yeah, like you could
vibes.
feel that it was a freshman outing, but it was like in the same reason that it was like a really good indie game. It worked really well as an indie
I
movie,
know.
like such a
I
small
heard a
set.
lot of people.
Like,
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it because of how little it explained things. But that's kind of the point of cosmic
I
horror.
liked that.
Like eldritch
And
horror only
funnily,
works when you don't explain it.
yes, and funnily enough, I do want to say, very Amid thing, but this was my first exposure to Markiplier.
That's crazy.
oh, same. I
Yeah,
That's
maybe
crazy.
watched Markiplier play Factorio like a million years ago, and I did not like him very much. He was like
I've never
he's
watched
a very
single one of his
yelly.
YouTube videos.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely crazy that none of you have heard of Markiplier because I've heard of
Well, I've heard
Markiplier
of him.
for
I just haven't
years.
watched him.
I haven't watched him, but I've seen bits and pieces, if that makes sense.
You can't exist on the internet and not know about
No,
Markiplier.
I've heard of him. Yes, I've certainly heard of him. But like the first Markiplier video I watched was after I watched Iron Lung.
Yeah.
His kind of reaction to the feedback it was getting.
It made
which
him
I
a
just think
lot
is
of
a very
money,
funny
which
thing.
I think is very, very.
Yeah, it made its money
Fortunate.
back. I did want to say, like, movie was great. I don't want to spoil anything about it. I will just say, like, like if you're interested at all, it's worth going to see it.
Yeah, like if you're into sci-fi, if you're into cosmic horror, I think it's a very good watch. It is a slow burn movie, right? Like, so know what you're getting into, right? This is certainly not a movie for
I don't know if
everyone.
I don't know if I'd call it a slow. I mean, it gets going a little slow, but once it's going, it has like it's got a full hour of going. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
everything's in the last
No,
30
I mean, like
minutes or something.
I was interested from the very premise. Like
Yeah.
when that text first appeared on screen, I was just like, this is such a fascinating premise for a setting for a movie.
Did it make
I
you wanna
love
play
this
the
kind
game?
of stuff. No, I
Me
think I'm
neither.
good on that. Yeah, I did watch a little bit of the game, and I was just like,
I do
okay,
kind of want to
res-
watch Markiplier's playthrough of the game because some of the dialogue to me felt like it was probably ripped straight out of his Let's Play. Like,
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I respect what the game was trying to do. It seems like a very creative indie game, but the gameplay does not seem very, very fun to me.
yeah, no, it's
Um,
not. It's not supposed to be fun. Like that is
Right,
not.
right,
That is not the
yeah.
intent at all.
It is fascinating to me that this dude, Markiplier, I don't know his real name, but he like directed it, he wrote it, and he starred in it, right?
Yeah.
Like, he really did everything, and
He
like, I
wrote
could
his
tell
own
that,
shirtless scene into it,
yeah,
which I was
I
chuckling
mean, like,
about.
I was. I mean, it's obvious to me, right? Like, he's not a superstar actor, right? Let's just get that out of the way.
No.
He doesn't have
But he did a good job.
the best acting chops, but like, yeah, he it was serviceable enough, right?
Yeah.
Like he definitely passed the bare minimum for this to be believable to me.
I would watch it
Uh,
again. In fact, I probably will watch it again because
Yeah,
I hate going to the movie theater. What a miserable experience. This
dude, that's the thing. You need a place like the Alamo because
no,
like, in
no.
the
Let me
Alamo,
explain.
Everyone is there to watch the freaking movie. There's
Well,
no texting.
the
there's
people
no
were
phone.
hyped. The people were hyped
Yeah.
at this theater. You could tell they were Markiplier fans. Like me and my cousin went to go see it.
Okay.
We were the only ones that weren't like Markiplier fans. But the problem was like, well, this isn't the theater's fault, but I'm gonna say it because it was horrible. I took the bus out to Robinson to see this at the Cinemark there because it's closer to my cousin. I was meeting him halfway. And I'm like, oh, it's a 10-minute walk from the bus stop to the theater. That's not a big deal. Drops me off at the side of a road, no sidewalks, no like 2 feet of snow on the ground, no sidewalk, and I'm like on the edge of a 3-lane road with no crosswalk, and there's just no path at all to get to the theater. I literally, I'm a 10-minute walk away. I had to have my cousin drive over and pick me up because I
That's
would have died
wild.
trying to walk there. Robinson is a dumpster fire, dude. I hate that place.
Robinson.
But that's not the theater's
Okay.
fault. What is the theater's fault is that I paid $15 for a Coke Zero and
Oh,
the
that's crazy.
stalest, coldest popcorn I've ever eaten in my
Oh,
entire
God.
life. And the
that's
butter stuff that they put on the popcorn is just canola oil, I think. Like, there's no flavor to it at all. It just tasted like oil. Like, it felt like caloric water. Like water
think-
that makes you fat. and made the popcorn soggy. Like it was one of the worst culinary experiences of my entire life.
I think the last movie theater I went to was the AMC here in town, and it was for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, the second one, because of course I went to go suffer again.
To defend Cinemark though, the audio quality was like fine. It was great.
Yeah.
I had no complaints about the audio. I do have a complaint, and I don't think this is a solvable problem. I think this is just a projector problem. But this is a movie that was desperate for an ounce of contrast, and there was none to be found. This entire 80% of this movie,
it's a very dark movie,
was just bright gray on the screen. Like it was.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
it needed an OLED screen so badly. And
yeah, that would be. I didn't even think about that. This movie in an OLED screen.
Yeah, I was hungry for my home cinema experience because it just felt like I was losing like 80% of the detail. Like
I think you're spoiled by OLEDs.
I'm spoiled. I'm 100% of what I'm
so.
saying right now. Well, no, the popcorn thing is just like, don't buy food at a theater, man. It's garbage.
Unless you're at an Alamo.
Unless you're at an Alamo, yeah, no. If you can get like real food, go for it. But this was, I haven't gotten, because I've been on a diet for like a long time and I'm not right now. I hadn't gotten popcorn at a movie theater in like 3 years or something. And so I was like, I remember it being good, and I don't know why I thought that.
I think it's like a per location thing.
The one in Morgantown's pretty good, yeah.
Okay, because this was just
the AMC is pretty good. Like it's a good theater.
This was a Cinemark, and like overall the theater was good. Like the viewing experience was fine. The chairs were comfortable, but that popcorn was just
that sucks.
It was
definitely detracts from the
soda
overall experience.
I mean, I didn't need it. The soda was fine. I just didn't eat the popcorn. But I don't know. I was sitting there and I was like, I gotta dunk on theaters again because this was a miserable way to watch this movie.
To the contrast, my Five Nights at Freddy's 2 experience was actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
I was hungover though because it was the day after the Game Awards. It was on my birthday. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go on a date with my girlfriend and watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie because we're both darkly curious if it's gonna be worth watching. Oh,
and it wasn't.
Oh no, it's worth watching. If you you watch it, but don't take anything serious. If you think it's gonna be good movie, no, it's slop. It's garbage. It's trash. But it is the funniest thing you're ever gonna watch because nothing makes sense.
Is Matt Pat in this one?
He's a voice of like Robo Bonnie. He's a voice actor in this one, I think.
I will say
it's convoluted.
The whole time, well, not the whole time, but a significant part of me watching, because this was like a video game let's player doing a movie about a video game that he played, the Iron Lung was, and I was just sitting there thinking like, what if this was James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, starring in this? Like, you could just imagine like James Rolfe having to get up from the control panel to go press the button to take a picture, and just like, what were they thinking? Like yelling, all the swears and everything. I want that parody to get made so bad. I would watch that. I would watch that 1,000 times.
Reinvest that with James Rolfe. Oh my god. Do it.
But no, like honestly, kudos to this guy. This was a dream of his, and I think he definitely pulled it off.
And it was such a clear passion project. He clearly was in love with this whole thing. I do have one other thing that I thought was funny that I thought about because I paid to see this movie, and I did walk out of it thinking like this was lower quality than a lot of movies I see, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but I mean that in a like. When you buy an indie video game, it's $20, not $70. When you buy a ticket to an indie movie, it's the exact same price. I get what you're saying.
But like I did like that it was certainly rough around the edges.
Yeah.
But it was like a singular vision, and I appreciated that.
I mean,
it also is like it's not $70. It was like $10 or whatever. So I'm not really complaining.
More theatrical releases because like passion projects are fun.
Yeah, but I'll probably watch this at home. Like this is absolutely something I will give a second watch in my opinion superior viewing experience at home.
I'm not gonna lie. In our era of slop and like major studio slop that we're just getting fed, it's nice to see good actual passion projects come out. Right. In gaming and in movies, it's a thoroughfare now. It's just all slop. It's so bad.
And I want to say, right after this movie ended, I went home, hopped on the internet, and tried to drink up all the lore I could about this game because I just found this stuff.
See, I don't want to do that too soon because I do want to like. The movie was it dropped a lot of hints about the lore.
Yeah,
and I was interested. But I want the movie to be its standalone experience, at least for a bit in my head before I like.
That's fair.
Soak up the game.
I think the base game was made by like wasn't it David Szymanski?
Yes,
is his
I
name,
think
yeah.
so. That sounds right.
I know. I see teases. The Power Wash Simulator devs were talking about how they want to like clean the goop off the outside of that sub.
Oh, that would be fun.
And David Szymanski is like, I want this to happen. Email me. Let's make it happen.
Fun fact.
So I think we're getting an Iron Lung crossover.
This movie has the most amount of fake blood ever used in a movie.
Yeah,
Really?
you've gotta
That's
put it in
fascinating.
It has that.
You
It
put
has
the
that
whole
accolade.
set in
It
an
is a
ocean
lot.
of it.
Yeah.
They filled a tank
And
full of fake
let me tell
blood.
you, a lot of blood.
Lot of blood
So if
in
you're
this
not into
movie.
that, you
You're
probably
gonna
shouldn't watch
see a
this.
blood.
No, it is like
If blood makes
Yeah.
you squeamish, do not watch this.
if anything makes you scream, if you're claustrophobic, could be a
yeah,
problem.
don't watch. Yeah,
God.
definitely not if you're claustrophobic.
Yeah.
It's even the original game is like a weird masterpiece of horror where it
If
just doesn't tell
Subnautica gave you
things.
PTSD, don't watch it.
I love
And
games
this
that
is
don't
a
tell you
fascinating
things.
one. Usually, Jacob Geller talking about a game is like, "I will play this game," and this is just one that flew under my radar. Jacob Geller does have a video about Iron Lung, but I've never played it, unfortunately. And I don't know if
Yeah,
I
it's
will, because it does just seem a little.
It's,
I do like that this movie is my
It's mysterious and
experience with
creepy.
Iron Lung. I don't
Yeah.
think I need to
Yeah.
play the game. So
Do you know?
game's
Well, yeah, I guess he
something.
had to buy the property, so the developer of the game must have gotten a paycheck out of this.
Oh,
I would hope.
100%.
Markiplier,
Yeah.
like my impression of him
They
after
probably
watching like one
David
YouTube video
Szymanski
is that
probably had a part in the movie. Like
He was in the
he's,
credits.
he's a pretty
Yeah, he was in the
genuine
credits,
guy.
yeah.
I feel like he would. Markiplier would make that happen. So
Yeah, I liked it.
You definitely gotta cut it.
Would recommend, like, even if you don't know Markiplier, like, it's just a good movie. You
yeah,
can
Connor
go
and
see
I
it.
didn't.
Yeah.
And we were certainly not fans. Like that's the thing. That's the thing that kind of irked me when I was reading about this movie online. It was just like, oh, it's just supported by his YouTube fans. I was like, I don't know anything about this guy. And
No, I just thought it was cool.
Liked it.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people.
So-
I do not go to the movie theater much. Like, this
It
was,
grossed almost as much as Melania did. So I mean,
it grossed more. It beat
grossed more.
Melania.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Actually, that's not
it was
crazy.
number
Yeah,
2
no
in the
one was
box
excited for
office,
Melania.
but a lot of box office lists are not including it because I don't know. I don't understand
That's
the
right.
politics.
Snobbery
Yeah,
or
It's
something
because
like
it's
that.
an indie film and it doesn't deserve to be included.
And I will
or something.
say one other thing before we hop off this topic. The very next day, I went back to the movies and watched Sam Raimi's new film, Send Help.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
I've heard
Oh, yeah.
things
Ton of
about
fun.
that. I was driving past a cinema and the bottom of the board read like a desperate message from someone dying. It was like "Send help, mercy," some other
yeah,
like generic title, and then
No, it's-
primate.
Sam Raimi definitely has got like a
What's happening
signature
at this? That's happening at the
flair
cinema.
with his like horror and his violence, and that's definitely present in this movie. And I had a lot of fun both nights for both Iron Lung and Send Help. So
I will not be returning to the theater anytime soon, but I did have a good time overall. Like, I know I like dunking on it, but net positive experience.
hey, and welcome back to Game Talk. I'm your host, Emmett Beyond. Today I'm joined by Connor
Hey guys,
and Mike.
Hello.
And we have done 2 episodes in the past where we give our top 5 for Nintendo 64. That was one. And then we also did GameCube. And now it is time to do Wii, right? So I
We
think
are very proud to announce
we are very excited for this.
We would
Every
like
time
to
you
list
said
the
we
5
would
games.
like to play.
But I don't know. I think all 3 of us have a history with Nintendo. Like I know like some of us like Nintendo more than others.
I hate Nintendo.
But I do think you hate Nintendo now.
I
But
love
like, we all
Nintendo
had a
either.
history with Nintendo, so I do think it's worth exploring some of these older consoles. And it feels like it's time for another top 5 episode. So here we are.
do we want to
So-
jump right into the top 5, or do we want to kind of do a
Let's-
vibe check on the Wii first?
Well, let's do that, and let's also lay down the ground rules. So we're gonna talk about the Wii a little bit. We're gonna go through our honorable mentions, and then for me, I don't know about you guys, but I've ranked mine from 5 all the way to 1.
I have
Oh,
as well.
mine is
order.
in no order.
Okay,
Mine
so
is
Mike's
in
is in
pretty
no
definitive
order.
order.
Connor and me are in an order, so just keep that in mind going forward. But yeah, the Wii. So objectively looking at it now, like it doesn't have my favorite games library. We can just say that, right?
I think for me personally, I know the Wii U sold worse, but the Wii is the darkest age of Nintendo for me personally.
I think
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah, like
This is like the most in my life I ever felt like I either I had grown away from Nintendo
I
or
felt that
Nintendo
as
had
well.
left me behind. One of those two.
Yes.
I mean, it
Yeah.
was the Blue Ocean strategy. Sure, it was
Yeah.
the best-selling console. Everyone and their mother, all of us had a Wii. Every single person, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, if they could afford a Wii, they had a Wii.
I mean, I opened my own. I have all my Wii games in a drawer, and I opened my own drawer to look at them to pick my top 5 for this game. And I immediately recoiled at the amount of shovelware that I personally still
it's
own
just like,
for the Wii.
It's a lot of like mid-tier games that are just like, oh, party game, play with friends, Just Dance, and there's not a lot of good artistic games on the Wii.
No, and Nintendo
did
themselves
really
made a serious pivot towards like a more casual audience for this.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it really did feel like that Nintendo wasn't making. They were moving away from the kinds of games I wanted to see, which was frustrating, even as a kid, right? Because N64, GameCube, I was all in on Nintendo.
Yeah, to be
And
clear,
then the
I'm like
Wii-
11 years old at this time, and I'm feeling this.
And I was like a couple years older than you.
Yeah.
Right? So, and the Wii comes out. At first, it's a lot of fun, right? Novelty, motion controls is like, oh, this is like so crazy. We've never played a video game like this. But very quickly, that idea got stale, and then the games really didn't hit. And then I was just like, well, I guess I'm moving on to PlayStation or whatever, right? And then obviously Nintendo stumbled a bit with the Wii U, but are back and better than ever, arguably, with the Switch. But it was a dark time for my personal relationship with Nintendo, where I was just like, okay, they're way too casual focused now, and they've lost me.
It was also a time, like the Switch is a time of compromised ports. The Wii was a serious time of compromised ports. Like you're getting,
remember like Call of Duty World at War?
You're getting Call of Duty World at
Wii?
War. You're getting like the one that I remember, Spider-Man: Web of Shadows. It was like serious, and like Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed. It was the PS2 version and the Wii version, and it was just like it just wasn't the same game at all. It was like completely different from what everyone else got. The Force Unleashed was like that as well. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, great game. Even the Wii version was good, but it was way worse than what you were getting on an Xbox 360 or a PS3.
Yeah, I remember that quite vividly. The Wii ports that were just that were appalling. You know? Like even as a kid, I looked at that. I was just like, why is anyone buying this?
It was. I mean, it was my only gaming console.
I was gonna say people did buy it, right? Like Nintendo kind of penetrated the mainstream in a way that I guess we're seeing now with the Switch and Switch 2, but like they had never done that before. Not with 64, not with GameCube, not with SNES, NES. The Wii was like this juggernaut that really
the NES kind of had
set the world on fire.
The NES sold better than a lot of people remember. The NES was actually like a household name. A lot of people.
Did it sell better than the Wii though?
It didn't sell better than the Wii, but it was like up there. Like I don't think I think it was the NES was the best selling Nintendo console until the Wii. I don't have the numbers in front of me.
Yeah, Nintendo invented home console gaming essentially. With
They
the
saved
NES.
it. I mean, Atari was there before that and stuff, but it was all confusing. Nintendo like made it a thing that wasn't slop. Like
right.
know? They like had the Nintendo seal of approval and stuff. Which is funny because then you get the Wii where like it is like 90% slop.
But like I don't know, Nintendo just has this innate ability, this understanding to tap into wider audiences that really no one else can do to a degree that they do. So I have to hand it to the Wii for that. And I am glad that Nintendo rightfully kind of came back to what they're good at, really high quality first party titles.
Right.
Now with the Switch and the Switch 2, but
because you were not getting Breath of the Wild on the Wii.
No, you weren't. Yeah.
A game of that depth level, they just weren't going to do it.
No,
they weren't going to do anything like that.
But like, and like, you have to also acknowledge the fact that they not only steered like the mainstream towards motion controls, they didn't steer the entire industry, right? Like after this came out, we saw PlayStation Move, we saw Kinect, right? Like everyone was just like, oh, is this just what gaming is going to be?
You can make an argument that VR, like the motion control side of VR is inspired by the Wii.
Yeah. So like massive influence.
But there's also the other side of this is like they did irreparable damage to motion control forever because it didn't work very well. And now, like, I still know people that, like, when I mention I like gyro aim on a controller, they're like, ew, like the Wii? And it's like, no, man, it actually works. It's good. Like,
I don't know. I don't know if it's a relationship with the Wii, but I still, like, I don't think gyro's for me. But
well, just be bad at shooters forever.
I don't play shooters.
I play a lot of shooters, but I do not play them on the inferior consoles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You don't play them on the Wii?
So
You don't play Conduit something?
I never
forget.
played the Conduit games. They looked good. Same with Red
Yeah, I
Steel,
never
but
played
I
them
never
either.
played them.
They were like the huge Wii shooters. Did you see
Yeah.
those?
yeah. Well,
I
okay.
played a
yeah. So
big Game Hunter game or like a Dangerous Hunts game with the stupid like gun peripheral. Oh my
do we
god,
want
that
to
was
get
dumb.
into our
Get into some
honorable mentions here?
Yeah.
Because you mentioned one of mine just now.
Oh, really?
So Red Steel 2.
Red Steel.
This game I was
Oh.
heavily considering putting in my top 5.
I've
for
never
the
heard of
Wii.
this game. You're gonna have to like
I've
really
heard of
lay
it.
it
This
out
is
for me.
a Ubisoft game where
Ubisoft loves
it's a
the Wii.
Wii exclusive, and it uses the Wii Motion Plus. So for those who don't know, the Wii Motion Plus was a little attachment you could put on your Wiimote to increase
make it actually
the
work.
accuracy of the motion controls, and it was cool.
It was
right?
it was
like
good.
It
Yeah.
actually like followed the movements of your hands.
And the later Wii
And so-
remotes had it built in.
So this was a game where you were essentially like a samurai cowboy, right? Like you had a gun, like which was your nunchuck, and you had a sword, which was like your Wiimote with the motion, Wii Motion Plus, and you just felt really cool playing that game, right? Like it kind of executes on the vision of the Wii, where it's like, okay, you're controlling a sword with this in first person, and it actually feels good. And I remember having a lot of fun with that game. So I wanted to shout out Red Steel 2. And I guess I'll just quickly go through my other honorable mentions.
Okay.
And then you guys can go. Next honorable mention, Guitar Hero 3.
Was that on Wii?
It was on the
That's crazy.
it was on everything.
Yeah, it
right?
was on everything.
But I do want to acknowledge there was a heavy I lived through the Guitar Hero / Rock Band era, and there were so many times I can remember I was going like to a party with some friends, like at a friend's house or something.
Remember-
There was always a console, oftentimes a Wii, sometimes
Yeah.
a Xbox or whatever, but it always had Guitar Hero, and people were always playing Guitar Hero.
Yeah,
it was
we
such
had that
a
in
mainstay.
college too. Remember?
Yeah.
Like what was it? Ken was his name?
Yeah, that
Would
was
always
open.
bring, like,
it wasn't
open
it wasn't
Guitar
Guitar Hero or Rock Band. It was like open
Yeah.
something.
It was
but
like
it was the same
open-
thing.
Yeah, it was just Guitar Hero, but an open port. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
But
could
yeah,
bring
if
it
you
to
guys
every
remember-
single setting.
There was an era where Guitar Hero and Rock Band were some of the best-selling games.
Oh yeah,
year-over-year.
my
There was an
non-gamer
era.
sister got Beatles Rock Band for Christmas. Like
Yeah, like that was a fun era, and obviously we were way far removed from that. But back in the day, those games were king, and just wanted to shout that out here. And now for my controversial final honorable mention, Mario Kart Wii.
oh,
your
only an
honorable
honorable
mention?
mention.
Not in my
Wow.
top 5. I really wanted to put it in my top 5. I just didn't. I couldn't
Well,
boot anything else off.
Connor, is it in
I
your
had
top 5?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, where is it in your list? Because I'll just talk about it at the same time that you do.
Well, you'll find out.
we can
Yeah,
we can wait.
We'll,
Yeah.
we'll put that together because it's on my list too.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's an honorable mention for me. I had a lot of fun with it. I think the steering was very novel at the time. Right?
I'm
Because,
using
like,
motion controls.
Yeah, I'm
I think the
actually
motion
steering the
controls
cart,
are
right?
Actually, cool. That's the
Oh,
only way I
I-
played
which
that
was-
game.
and it was like big. It was a big deal for like more casual people too. Like
Yeah.
I think.
Did
that
you have the
opened up
wheel?
Mario Kart. I did have the wheel. Yeah.
yeah.
The wheel was
So
the
that was cool,
preferred.
and I wanted to shout that out here. Okay, what are your guys' honorable mentions?
Oh man, mine the Mario and Sonic games, like the one that they released, that was actually
The Olympic
honestly,
one?
Yeah, the Olympic one. Honestly, actually, kind of a good use of its motion controls.
Yeah, I have
was-
Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. I don't have it on my list anywhere,
I was at
but
the Summer Olympics.
I have good
think.
memories
Yeah,
of it.
it's
I
good
liked it.
memories of it.
First time, I mean, just a Mario Sonic crossover. Crazy to see
Yeah.
that happen.
Yeah,
Crazy idea.
crazy
Yeah, at the
idea,
time.
absolutely nuts. And the other one was like this World War II fighter game called Blazing Angels, which in retrospect was probably a terrible game, but when you're young and stupid,
Oh,
and
yeah.
playing whatever you're given, and it's not Ace Combat, you're just gonna make a decision and play it.
And
anyway.
also, yeah, like let me just chime in here. Like, for me especially, this list is definitely colored by my preferences as a kid. right?
Yeah.
I haven't played any game on this list in probably
It's
the
another
past 10
Ubisoft
years.
game.
so-
Ubisoft used to be cooking on all cylinders back in the day.
They
honestly.
were a big deal.
Unironically, they were pushing the envelope when just releasing whatever stuck.
So I have a lot of honorable mentions that like
Okay.
I think are decent games, but I think are decidedly like not good enough to be top 5. So New Super Mario Bros. Good game. Liked playing it with my family. I would almost certainly never return to it on the Wii. Just not my favorite one.
Yeah,
Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Good game.
Yeah.
Worst Super Smash Bros. Of the entire franchise by like a lot.
One that I think I only
but the
played
best
once.
story.
Yeah, I think I only played it once in high school.
Insanely good story, and I suspect it's going to be on Ambit's top 5, which is respectable. Wii Sports Resort, great game. Doesn't quite have the sauce of Wii Sports, but I love Woohoo Island. I'm enamored with Woohoo Island. I wish Nintendo would keep putting it in other stuff.
Are you wishing it to be legalized in Smash?
I am wishing it to be legalized.
Legalized Woohoo Island.
Monster Hunter Try. Haven't actually played it.
There was going to be a Monster Hunter game,
if you haven't played it,
played.
it's an honorable mention.
No,
crazy.
the reason it's an honorable mention is because it did do a bunch of cool stuff that Monster Hunter's never done again. It did underwater combat. It also, but I don't really like that. What I like is that it only had 3 returning monsters from the first 2 Monster Hunter games. The rest of the cast was entirely original. And it's the only Monster Hunter to ever have split screen. You could actually like transfer your save into your Wii remote and take it to a friend's house and play multiplayer split screen together. Because Wii remotes had memory on them, which is
what?
Yeah.
It took me a while to just parse what you just said. That is crazy. I don't think
there were only a handful of games that supported it. You could put Mii's on your Wii remote and take them to your friend's house. My friends actually did that, but a handful of games would actually let you put some save data on a Wii remote, take it to a friend's house, play the game, and then come back and get your save data back, which was...
that's wild.
Yeah, and Monster Hunter Try is one of them that did that, and it's, I think, the only split-screen Monster Hunter game. So that's like...
I think, yeah, I don't know if any
really
others
cool.
have it. Also, underwater combat was in it, and it wasn't in the Master Rank or G Rank.
Yes, it was.
Portable
3U has underwater combat.
Does it?
Yeah.
I think it's a little more limited, right?
No, it's just, they just didn't do any more. They have all the same underwater combat as Try did.
Third, I think, which was based
Portable
off of
Third
3.
removed it. Yeah,
removed it. Yeah. Okay.
But this was also like
that's what
the
makes
beginning of Monster Hunter's love affair with Nintendo. Like this was the end of their love affair with Sony, I guess I should say. There was never, after Portable Third, which was the portable equivalent to Try, there was never again another PlayStation exclusive Monster Hunter. That was the end of that.
Oh,
but there were a bunch
sucks.
of Nintendo exclusive ones.
Honestly, it probably held the franchise back a little, but
yeah. Next up is a game I actually did play, Metroid Prime 3. I really like it. It doesn't make the cut because I can't imagine ever returning to it because I think it is like probably one of the worst games in the Metroid franchise. I loved it as a kid because I could actually beat it, and I think that is why I would hate it as an adult. It's like extremely linear. It's like a mission select kind of thing. Not a mission select, but like a level select menu kind of game, which just doesn't make sense for Metroid.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then gotta shout out Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I spent hundreds of hours probably playing this as a kid. Just a huge character roster, being able to actually do the movements to use like the Kamehameha and stuff, like that was so cool to me as a kid. And also I could beat my cousin at it because he couldn't. I think it might have been because he was too tall or something. But like
they didn't pick up the motion.
Yeah, like or
That's
maybe
funny.
he was just doing it too fast or something. Like he just did not have the he didn't have the touch to get the motion controls to work. So I could actually beat him because he could not do the Kamehameha to save his life. He would beat me into the dirt on the PS2, like Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
Oh, that's funny.
But on the Wii, I could actually beat him because he couldn't use his specials. And I loved that game. And then just shout out, this was the first time Nintendo did Virtual Console. And like that would have been on my top 5 if like it was a game, and it's not a game.
Right.
It's like, but this got me into retro games. I played a lot of Virtual Console.
It had one of the best editions of Ocarina of Time before the remasters. Like the best way to play it, Majora's Mask. I think it had all the N64 titles, right? Before
it had a lot of had a lot of N64. I played Ristar on here for the first time. Some of the old Kirby games, because it was just one of those things. Like, not only were these older retro games, but this was like my parents would get me like a $20 gift card or whatever for the virtual shop or the eShop, whatever it was called back then. And like you could actually buy like 3 games for $20 or something. Like it was.
You know what? With the Wii, I need to come clean. Because the Wii was the first console. It was the first place I created my email address. So my original email address was created on the Wii because it had Wi-Fi, and my parents would not let me on the internet. But they were also dumb, and they did not change the default password that was written on the back of the router.
Yeah.
So I went down there, wrote down the password, put it in the Wii, got the Wii connected to the Wi-Fi without telling anybody, created an email address, and was playing online without my parents' knowledge at the
That's
ripe
awesome.
old age of like 12 or 13.
And I remember that you could actually like send an email from the Wii. I remember sending my dad emails while he was at work, like on my Wii, and it would like the Wii, like the little thing would glow, like the disc slot.
I didn't know that any of this.
The disc
That's
slot would glow
crazy.
when you got a message, when you had a notification.
The amount of
So
lying I had to do to explain why it was glowing and doing weird stuff. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's just the way what it does. Yeah.
So I would like turn my
Why is
Wii
it
on, and I'd have to
glowing?
go, and it like the UI was like, it was like an actual letter from your dad. But the other
That's
thing that we
amazing.
did is like, if you were a kid who was trying to like sneak and play extra video games, the Wii kept very detailed like daily
Logs.
logs of how much
Oh, yeah, that's
gaming you had done.
Dude, I love that
So-
kind
I
of
got to
stuff.
hide that away. But
That's so
it's crazy that I'm now coming clean 20 years later that I broke in
Oh my
and
God.
stole my router
Oh
password.
my God, is it 20 years?
It's
Was it
almost been
2006?
20 years. Yeah. It's like 2006, 2007 when I connected
Yeah,
this thing to the
2007
internet.
is what I
was
had in
browsing
mind.
like the Wii store, downloading free demos. Like, I
Yeah.
wish I had
Gosh.
money so I could buy these games. Oh my
Oh,
God.
I did. I bought a lot of like
Ugh.
I haven't turned on my Wii in a very long time. I don't even think I have it here. I think it's at my mom's still
I wish
because
they
it's
would've
like one of
given
my
me
least
internet
favorite
access.
consoles.
They should've
I didn't
given
even
me a credit
realize that.
card.
It is appropriate that we're doing this. It is 20 years since the Wii came out.
Yeah.
My God.
It is
Unbelievable.
almost 20, or like 20 years later. I'm coming clean that I used to be awful and evil, and
But yeah, I think
going around my parents' back to do things.
that pretty much covers my honorable mentions. But the Virtual Console was just so cool.
Yeah.
Such a cool
God, I wish
innovation.
I would've had
Also,
it.
like the fact that
Oh.
it exists makes the Wii now one of the coolest emulation boxes because it actually like natively hooks up to a CRT.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I know there's going to be some notable games missing from our list. Like, for instance, none of us played Xenoblade Chronicles.
None of us
No.
played
And I hear
Xenoblade.
that's like one of the best Wii games. But so sorry,
yeah,
that's missing.
Sorry.
But maybe we can now get into our top 5, starting with number 5.
Yeah. Should I kick us off since I think me and Mike share one?
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
We might
yeah.
share a lot.
I'm gonna start with Mario Kart Wii.
God.
This is one of my favorite Mario Kart games. Now I am a believer in Mario Kart. Like I've dunked on Mario Kart World, but I'm a firm believer that every Mario Kart is better than the last. But Mario Kart Wii was just an excellent game. It was
Wii
also the
was-
first one I think that had online. I don't
Yes,
think Double Dash
I remember
had.
playing it online.
No, yeah.
Or not playing with people. Or I played a little bit with people, but mostly it was like time trials, trying to like especially Luigi's Raceway or whatever.
Well, I played Mario Kart Wii online all the time, and what I remember about it was like it was the only. And in retrospect, they just did a good job of hiding the lag. But it was like the only Wii game that had a functioning online multiplayer, like one you would actually want to use. And I loved it. I played it all the time.
I played it with
This was the
stupid
first
wheel.
Mario Kart I owned. Other than I think I had Mario Kart 64 also on the Wii.
This is
Oh, yeah.
my first Mario Kart was Wii because I didn't
No,
play
yeah,
Double Dash.
it was my second. I skipped Double Dash. To this day, I've not
crazy.
played Double Dash.
I've barely played
somehow.
Double Dash. I played it at
Yeah.
people's houses. Yeah, I never owned
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah. So I went from 64 to Wii, and it felt like such an upgrade.
Yeah. Coconut Mall.
Oh
Such
my
a good.
gosh,
There's
still
so
one
many
of the
good
all-time
tracks.
classic.
on that.
Classic maps, yeah. And I have so many fond memories of playing Mario Kart Wii specifically with my 2 younger sisters.
Oh, I'm sure.
And to this day, my youngest sister still is just like, can we get the Wii working so I can play Mario Kart Wii again? Because she went so hard at Mario Kart Wii. She would practice the tracks. and
That's
Is that the
everything.
one
Yeah.
that does that did her shorts, or is that another one of your sisters?
Oh, yes, that's
Okay,
the one.
So
Yeah,
the one,
yeah. And
put her back on shorts. Tell her that she gets to
Yeah.
edit ones about Mario Kart Wii.
yeah, I mean, she loved it, and like to her, and like she's not a big video game person, right?
Right.
But like after that, like I play, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe World with her, and she's like, none of them hit like Mario Kart
Yeah,
Wii.
Wii
So
was
she's
just-
still.
I mean, it
I
definitely
consider
had
her
like
favorite.
an aesthetic that has not been touched since then.
Hmm.
It had the bikes.
I
it had
will
so
say,
much going for
The
it.
bikes were such
For
a
me
great
personally,
addition.
I what I remember about Mario Kart Wii is having fun with the motion controls and playing with siblings/friends. But in my mind, Mario Kart is one of those things that the new iteration just replaces what Mario Kart is in my mind. So I don't remember too many specifics of Mario Kart Wii.
I mean, one of the important things I think that was good about Mario Kart Wii to me versus 64 was just that the tracks were easier. Because for two reasons. One, Nintendo is targeting that casual audience now. But the other reason is the motion controls. You just couldn't control the car very well. So they had to make the tracks easier.
Yeah, I remember completing the entire game with motion controls, or almost the entire game. 150cc is where it got hard.
I've never played Mario Kart Wii with a controller. I've only ever played with the Wii remote and the wheel.
What was the highest CC in Wii? Was it Wii?
150.
Wii. 150. Yeah, 150 was
200 was a new thing.
Mario Kart Wii.
But this game still has like a huge modding scene. There are people modding new tracks into Mario Kart Wii and stuff. I don't know a ton about it, but every once in a while I see a video in my recommended about it. It's like the most open moddable Mario Kart platform now. It's like some of the newer tracks have been backported to it, stuff like that, which I think is cool.
That's awesome.
I don't really feel like I'm ever going to go back and play it because much like you, Ahmed, like
I think it's fantastic.
Every new Mario Kart is a replacement level.
It's interesting because like I don't feel the same way about Smash. I can go back to an older Smash and enjoy it for what it is.
I mean, it depends on the Smash.
For Mario Kart, it's like, the new one is Mario Kart.
Here's the thing with Smash. I think Smash, you have Melee, which a timeless, unaging, immortal. The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
And then you have Brawl, and most people don't play Brawl anymore. They've moved to 4, and most of the people that played 4 stopped playing 4 and moved to Ultimate.
Nobody's playing 4 now that Ultimate's out. Like, it would just
anymore.
It would be absurd to play 4 when Ultimate exists.
And if they're playing Brawl, they're playing Project M. They're playing a mod of Brawl that makes it closer to Melee. So, Smash is not one of those that fell into that thing. Melee was just the outlier.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think we can move on to the next one.
I'll go next. Now, everyone hold your horses, because I know I'm going to get crucified for this. And we'll talk about it more when it's on Connor's list, but my number 5 is Super Mario Galaxy.
That's so low!
I know.
You put Galaxy as number 5?
Everyone hold your horses.
I have no opinion. I did not play Super Mario Galaxy.
This is one of the best platformers of all time.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't play it.
I have to look back, and I appreciate it even more now. But as a kid, going back, like there were several other games that I enjoyed more, right? Like objectively, this is probably the best game on my list. But as a kid, there were other games that I enjoyed more. And that's all I'll say, because I know I know it'll appear on Connor's list, so I'll talk about it more when Connor brings it up.
That's gonna be like number 1.
But fantastic game. So that's all I'll say for now.
Okay.
So Mike, what's your number 5?
My number 5 was actually Mario Kart Wii. Not even kidding. Cool. It was Mario Kart.
Oh yeah,
Wii.
yours isn't ordered, right?
Yeah, mine isn't ordered. But the first one on my list was Mario Kart Wii.
I can jump up to my number 4 if
all right, let's do it. Yeah.
This one was a weird one to place for me, but it's Wii Sports at number 4.
Okay. That was on my list too.
It's such
on my list.
It was the pack-in game, and I think it's getting a lot of points for the soundtrack.
I think just the ubiquity. Everyone had Wii Sports, so everyone has memories of Wii Sports. If you owned a Wii, you played Wii Sports. You played Wii Sports bowling, Wii Sports boxing.
But it wasn't perhaps the most genius pack-in game of all time.
Yes.
Perfect pack-in game.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And it wasn't a pack-in game that like you played it like I think Astrobot is the pack-in on the PS5. I think it's a great game. But you're not getting the hours out of it that you're getting out of Wii Sports. Like Wii Sports,
it's one of those rare games where I played it when the Wii launched and throughout the entire console lifecycle of the Wii.
I never stopped. I was pro in tennis. I was pro in boxing. I was pro in bowling. I hated baseball.
No, I don't think anyone liked baseball or golf.
Golf, I think
a lot of people loved golf.
I like golf.
My family actually went out and bought like one of those third-party peripherals where they like have the golf club and everything.
I had that. My cousin got me that for Christmas one year.
Baseball bat. I remember the baseball bat. I just wanted to beat people with it because it was funnier than actually using it for its intended purpose.
And I would argue Nintendo has tried to recapture the Wii Sports magic repeatedly.
Yeah. I mean, they literally made Switch Sports.
In the future. Yeah. They made Switch Sports. And while those are all good games, Wii Sports Resort, Switch Sports, I don't think any of them really lived up to Wii Sports.
If Switch Sports was Woohoo Island, I'd have bought it. I'll say that right now.
Woohoo Island.
I did buy Switch Sports, and I like it quite a bit, but like it did not hit the same way. And especially like, come on, bowling, Wii Bowling, I have
Wii bowling.
so many memories of Wii bowling.
I am gonna talk about Wii Sports Resort a little bit here too. I might even like Wii Sports Resort more, but it just doesn't have the sauce of original Wii Sports. I love the table tennis. It was just better than tennis because it had the Wii Motion Plus. I like the wakeboarding. I like the skydiving. I liked the not fencing. Yeah, fencing. Yeah, the whatever the swordsmanship one was. All of those are really good. But they just like Wii Sports was so simple. Like tennis was just swinging the racket.
Yes.
The boxing was like immediately intuitive. Like you could just hand my boomer mother the controllers and she understood what any game in Wii Sports was doing. There was no explanation needed. And I love that about it.
And that's the magical thing about Wii Sports, where like you hand it to someone, you hand it to your mom, your grandma, they know.
Oh, and this
like,
game was everywhere. There were a significant number of people that bought a Wii just for Wii Sports, and they never bought another game. Like a lot of, I know retirement homes had the Wii Sports for bowling. Like I remember seeing it on the news. There was a lot of stuff.
No,
like
it's one of the most prolific games ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it had to be in our top 5. It's in my top 5 as well, higher on the list.
Higher on the list. Yeah.
So I'll bring it up when we get to it.
Yeah, I think that's most of my thoughts on it. Just really love that. I also like the lore, I guess. Like Matt being the boxer. Like I don't think any of it's ever like
I have no idea about the lore.
I don't think any of it's canon, but like the community has decided some things about some of the Miis because it is fixed, the Miis that you run into throughout the some of the Miis. Like I think sometimes you're playing against Miis you've made, but some of them, like I think Matt is he's your trainer, and then I think he's also the last one you fight before you go pro in boxing. And so like there's like a whole community headcanon about who he is and stuff, which is fun.
All right. I can go next. My number 4.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. You know it had to be on this list.
Had to be on there.
You know it had to be.
Such a good game, dude.
Dude, it is probably my most played Wii game.
Yeah.
Straight up.
It probably for me too. Because it for many years, it was just my buddy Jordan next door coming over, and we would just play hours and hours and hours of Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
I cannot articulate to you guys. Dragon Ball Z was like everything to me as a kid, right? Everything. It was my childhood, Dragon Ball Z. And for there to be a game where you could freaking make the hand sign for Kamehameha or Spirit Bomb and throw it and have the character do the attack, it felt like magic. Like, I was so enthralled by that as a kid.
I think
the motion controls, the genius implementation, by the way, of motion controls in this game. Just...
And so many characters.
Like, and that's the other thing, too. The roster is just bonkers, right? Just the most C-list, D-list, Z-list characters from the Dragon Ball franchise make it into this game, right? You can play as Frieza Henchman number 2 in this game. You can play as Kui in this game. Like, I made a joke when the Sparking Zero announcement, or like a game got announced, the characters got revealed. I was like, no Kui, no bye. And I was like, obviously I was joking, but I was kind of serious. We're like, Sparking Zero now has more characters than Tenkaichi 3, which is awesome. Yeah. But like at the time, Budokai Tenkaichi 3, no other fighting game had a roster like that, where it was just packed with characters. Now, granted, like obviously very shallow depth, right? But who cares, right?
Who cares?
You play this game as a DBZ fan, and to see like every single character represented in some way, like Bojack's freaking like henchman, you know, like characters you would never ever think of to put in a DBZ video game.
I think
Salza was in this game. Cooler's like right hand man. Like what?
All the movie villains,
Yeah, like I love that stuff so much, dude.
And, like, a bunch of villains I'd never heard of, like Harudegarn. This was the first.
Yeah, this was before the Harudegarn movie even like
came out really
in the US. I'm pretty sure.
That's so funny.
So like,
the funny thing. This is, I think I've said this on the show before, but I'll remind you, Ahmed, but Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is how I first experienced the Dragon Ball story.
Oh, yeah, the Buu Saga?
No, all of it. I had never...
that's crazy,
I'd never seen... Because I wasn't allowed to watch Dragon Ball, the anime, when it was on. I was young, and I think my mom knew about like the nudity in it or something and wouldn't let me watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Dragon Ball has a crazy amount of nudity. Z doesn't, but...
And then Z... I think Kai was coming out at the time, but like... a tough watch, honestly.
It's not the same. Yeah.
But
it's not the same as the OG.
But no, like this is how I learned the Saiyan Saga story. This is how I learned. Like
Amazing.
I knew of Dragon Ball through like cultural osmosis, like, and it was like shocking to me. I was like, why doesn't he go Super Saiyan? Because I didn't like the idea of Goku not being Super Saiyan was like insane to me, because that was how I'd always seen him.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when this game came out, I was already a seasoned Dragon Ball Z fan, so like it was just a dream come true. Because like not only does it cover all of Z, it had all of Dragon Ball, it had all of GT, which at the time was all of Dragon Ball, right?
Yeah.
There was no Super yet, there was no Beerus or anything like that, no Daima.
Those were the days.
Those were the
Take
days.
me back.
And
GT was
like,
the bad one.
Only area where you could argue the roster was lacking was GT villains, right? Like they didn't go all in on the GT villains.
Yeah, you
right?
only had like
you
two
play
or
as Sin
three of the
Shenron,
dragons, right?
Nova Shenron and Omega Shenron.
Yeah.
They didn't go with the rest of the villains. You could play as like 4 different forms of Baby, but you couldn't play as all the other weird villains.
And
like
to
General
be fair,
Rildo.
GT is like bad. GT is not a good.
Oh yeah, totally. But who cares? Like the comprehensive nature
Yeah.
of Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which was what made it a perfect game for a Dragon Ball fan. Right, like it had everything you could imagine. Encyclopedia entries on every character. It had a story mode. It had versus. It had world tournament mode. It was the defining Dragon Ball game until Fighters came out, and even that, right? Like, Fighters is a real fighting
Really good game,
right?
yeah.
It doesn't have, and it's excellent, but it doesn't have that mass appeal that Tenkaichi 3 did. I would argue that only has recently been captured by Sparking Zero.
And even then,
Yeah, it's not the same, right?
yeah, Sparking Zero, I would trade everything. No, not everything from Super. I would certainly trade everything from Daima. I wish Daima never happened, but I would trade all the what if stuff from Sparking Zero to get just another comprehensive retelling of the Dragon Ball story.
Yeah, I think that would be great. But like, I think the way they're thinking about it now is like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is like their storytelling for Dragon Ball, and now it is interesting how they're doing it. Like they have different types of,
and I do
games
like
for
the what if
different-
stuff,
which
like,
is cool. Yeah, the what if stuff is cool, but like, I hear what you're saying, right? Like,
no, I wanted to just sit down and play
Tenkaichi
through the
3
entire story of Dragon Ball again.
right? Like Sparking Zero, I love it, right? Like I know it's kind of getting hate now.
Really?
I still think it's a great
love
game. But I do think that Tenkaichi 3 was comprehensive in a way that no Dragon Ball game since even Sparking Zero has been.
Weirdly, I
Right,
also
so-
feel like Tenkaichi 3 might have like nailed the lack of balance, but like I don't remember in maybe it was a skill issue, but in Sparking Zero, I felt like a lot of the time I would just get in like a minutes long instant like a dodge fest.
Right. And they have fixed that, by the way.
Oh,
Did you-
really? Okay.
You know, they patched that where like the rate gets faster and faster until someone has to get hit, which is a smart change, I think. But I was going to say, I remember playing this game with like people, like family and friends, and I would always flex on people. I'd be like, you pick Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and I'll pick Cyberman and we'll see who wins.
See,
right?
my go-to was Aurelie, and I would let them pick whoever they wanted.
yeah.
And Aurelie, like, in retrospect, is actually not that weak of a character, but like she is just a little girl. So
Right, yeah.
You know, I felt like I was kicking their teeth in. Like,
Dude, yes. Oh my gosh, such a fantastic game. And like, and this is more praise just to the Tenkaichi series itself, but like that kinetic feeling of like punching someone through a mountain. They capture that so well in those games. And it was so fast, even faster, I think, than Sparking Zero. Like the speed of the game was fast.
yes.
And I think Sparking Zero kind of slowed it down a little bit. So,
Which is okay.
which is okay, yeah. But like, it felt fantastic.
This is making
at
me
the
want
time,
to
dude.
boot up. Like, if I was going to boot up one of the two right now, it's Sparking Zero, to be clear. Like,
Oh yeah,
and this
yeah,
is making
yeah.
me kind of want to do it.
Right, yeah. It's just, especially if you're a Dragon Ball fan.
Oh,
that
the
is
other side of
game.
this. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 had split screen from the get-go, and Sparking Zero
yeah.
did not.
I had to patch it in.
Yeah.
God.
Did it get
what world
patched in
we
on
live
console?
It is patched in now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not just the hyperbolic time chamber?
Nope, it's every map.
It's every map. Crazy
just
that
like-
that wasn't in at launch. What an
I know.
absurd,
That's absurd.
thing to leave out.
Absurd. Yeah. Shoutouts to Tenkaichi 3. One of the all-time goats. Had to be on my list.
Had to be. Yeah.
Higher than Super Mario Galaxy.
That's crazy to me. That's like insane to me, but sure.
yeah.
It's not insane to me in a way that makes me too mad, at least.
Yeah.
I think there might be other ones on your list that
Maybe,
make me
yeah.
mad.
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Mike.
Okay,
What's your
my
next game?
next game was actually Twilight Princess. That's a
Ooh,
Zelda
Okay,
game.
had to be on
Okay.
there. Yeah,
Had to be on there. I mean, it isn't exclusively a Wii game. The GameCube version is a little better, but I played it on Wii. That's where I
played it on Wii
experienced
as
it.
well.
I also played it on.
Yeah, this
Wii.
was a
played it
day
on the
one Wii
mirror.
game for me. It was
It
Wii
was-
Sports and Twilight Princess were my first
This
two.
was not a day one for me because I didn't get my hands on it till a little while later.
Mm.
But I
What
still
a what
played
a
it.
beautiful game though. Just
Such a good game.
the
I'll
storytelling.
have more to say about
Yeah.
it later.
I
is all
like
I'll
how
say.
Yeah, same.
dark it is. That's my biggest compliment. Is it's a very dark game. Very
Well, I'll
somber.
talk about
Yes.
it now because this is my number 3. So we'll skip my number 3 and we'll just talk Twilight Princess for a second here.
So the Twilight Princess is your number 3?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying? Okay, cool.
So we'll talk about it a little longer here.
Yeah.
I Midna's Limit, like this is I guess this isn't the first time Zelda went dark because Majora's Mask happened.
Yeah, Majora's Mask exists.
But this was such a correction from, and arguably like an overcorrection from the hate Wind Waker got for being too childlike.
That it is an overcorrection, but in retrospect now, I love the contrast of these two
Oh, yeah.
games
Yeah.
next to each other.
I
So I'm glad
just
they overcorrected. Yeah.
I loved the motion controls in a way that wasn't frustrating. I know they were like really light motion controls, like it wasn't Skyward Sword level.
Basically tacked on.
Yeah, but they worked every time. Like they
did,
actually
yeah.
worked in a way that Skyward Sword arguably did not. And I don't know that I like all the dungeons in this game. Most Zeldas have like a part that I kind of dread playing through. And Twilight Princess does not. Well, no, now I'm thinking about it. I did not love hunting those bugs.
Yeah, the bugs were bad. I mean, they
You have to go-
fixed
yeah.
it in the Wii U port.
They
but
did. But you remember this, Ahmed? You had to go into the Twilight
Oh,
and
they had 3
find
of
the
those.
insects to
Vaguely.
get the tears
That's
of light.
that's what I'm saying, dude. I've only played Twilight Princess once,
Yeah.
but my memory of it is so fond that it's on my list here.
It was such a good game. I think
It's
it's, one
such
of
a
those,
good game. I just remember playing the snowboarding part over and over, like where you raced Yeto, Yeto
It
and
also
Yetta.
it also introduced one of the best Ganondorf fights until like
Oh
I
my
want to say
God.
Tears of the Kingdom. Honestly,
I agree.
which I still
like
haven't
it's
played.
so good.
But yeah, that set the benchmark. That like at the time when I played that, like at the end of the game, I was like, this is one of the best boss fights.
That
I've ever
entire Hyrule Castle section was like so cinematic in a way that Nintendo really has not done again.
played. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they even had
Incredible.
the part where like your friends from earlier in the game like show up and help you. Like, and granted, it was a little bit of an ass pull. Like I didn't really care about those characters that much.
They
but
tried to
still. It was
They
hype.
tried to do it again in Tears of the Kingdom, and they kind of succeeded. But
Yeah, but we can't spoil
I
too
mean,
much because
yeah,
Ahmed has
Ahmed
not and
has
will
not
never play it.
completed it.
I actually will. That's the funny thing. It might happen like 10 years from now, but
Gotta
I will.
do it. It's such a good finale.
When we cover our top 5 Switch games
And
in
it's-
2036, and Ahmed still hasn't beaten
Still
Tears of the
hasn't
Kingdom.
finished Tears of the Kingdom, and we need to like boot him off the podcast for 20 minutes while we talk about it.
But no, Twilight Princess is something that is like critical to me in a Zelda game that has not been done recently. And this is gonna sound like so absurd. I really like when you can go underwater in a Zelda game. I like an underwater water temple, and
You know, I do agree with you. Like that feels so Zelda to me. Right?
yeah,
Like
and
that feels very Zelda to
it's something I really wanted in Tears of the Kingdom, because Breath of the Wild didn't have it, and I was like, okay, well, it's doing so much other stuff.
I think
They
bomb
could add
arrows
this
were
in Tears of
cool.
the Kingdom, and then they didn't. You did go underwater in Skyward Sword, but Skyward Sword is just such a frustrating game for a million reasons. I don't really want to talk
Yeah,
about.
it's interesting. I don't think any of us have spoilers have Skyward Sword on our list, right?
No, I do not like that
Or
game
honorable
very much.
mentions,
Yeah.
which is really funny because, like, out of curiosity, before we did this episode, I did go online and like, what do people think? A lot of lists have Skyward Sword as the number 1 Wii game, and I'm just
That's
like, that's
psychotic.
crazy.
That's
That's
such a.
crazy. That is like.
I mean, I think
crazy.
it has some of the best dungeons in Zelda history. I would say the dungeons in Skyward Sword are actually better than Twilight Princess, but the actual experience of playing that game is just miserable.
Yeah, I never
miserable.
actually finished Skyward Sword.
I did finish it, and it's like a good story. There's so much in it that like clearly went into Breath of the Wild, but man,
Anyways, yeah.
like I have zero desire. Like they re-released it on the Switch, and I was like, no, I'm not replaying because
That's
it's like
where I played it. Funnily enough, on
it
the
has a
Switch.
lot of gas, but it has a lot more ass. Like it like
What a poet you are.
thank you.
Yeah.
Like I would
Wow.
say 20% of the game is like really, 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 really good. Some of the best Zelda's ever been. But the other 80% of it is replaying stuff you've already done.
Right,
Like,
right.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Very baffling. Very, very weird game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think- yeah.
We will talk about Twilight Princess again.
Okay.
But my number 3, Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Yeah. I figured
And
it'd be on
I
here.
had to put this on this list for 2 words. Subspace Emissary.
Yeah, it's so good. It almost
is
made the
so
list for
good.
me for that reason.
And so Subspace Emissary, for those who don't know, full-fledged story mode in a Smash Brothers game,
Smash,
right?
and they've never done
complete
it
with
since.
cutscenes, like completely original narrative by Sakurai.
Do you know why they've never done it again?
It's probably too much work. I
No,
don't know.
Sakurai got mad that people uploaded the cutscenes to YouTube.
Oh my
These
god.
are all-
That's
Oh my
why
God.
they just do the cool trailers now.
That checks out.
Because
Dude,
yeah.
but like dude, still to this day, when Smash 4 was announced, when Ultimate was announced, I was like, please have a story mode. And they never do. And I don't think they
Ultimate
ever will.
did. Ultimate had a story, and it was
World
good.
of Light is okay.
But
It
it's
is
not-
no Subspace
It's
Emissary.
not Subspace Emissary, but it is good.
I cannot tell you how many times I played Subspace Emissary from start to finish. I freaking loved Subspace
It
Emissary
is just
so
once
much.
for me.
And like, it is just one story, but like certain fights you can like approach like it differently, right? Like
yeah.
you could at the beginning, for instance, you could pick Kirby or you can pick Mario, and that kind of alters the story a little bit. And I love that kind of stuff, dude. Like a young Nintendo fan, me was so into that.
I actually I have a funny story about Brawl. I didn't know Subspace Emissary was going to be in it, and my friend actually like I had my uncle works for Nintendo moment where my friend actually got an early copy of Brawl like a week before
way.
it came out or something, and he put it in and he started playing Subspace Emissary, and I remember thinking like this isn't real. There's no, where did he get this weird like this janky like there's no way Nintendo like who are these hat guys, like this is not a real
Yeah.
copy of Super Smash Brothers Brawl. And then when it was I
Yeah.
loved it, but like I
Yeah.
remember thinking like what is going on right now? Like,
Yeah. Dude, and to this day, it is still probably my most played Smash Bros. Out of all of them. Like
Yeah.
I've played Ultimate like I think for over 100 hours, and I still think I played more Brawl than Ultimate.
Brawl might be my most played too, just because of the time it came out. Just
Yeah,
because that was
exactly.
when I had the time to grind out and
Right.
get good at Brawl. But
I
like
will say from a gameplay perspective, easily the worst Smash Brothers.
by so much. It's
especially now,
between
I
this
can
and
look back on that and
N64
see.
for the worst one. But
I think Brawl no contest is worse.
and the
than
N64 one is at least
Yeah.
interesting to go back to because
Right,
it's the
yeah.
first. Brawl is just why is there tripping, man?
Tripping? Yeah, tripping is the dumbest thing I've ever
Well,
seen. in my
Amit,
life.
it's a party game.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad he kind of moved away from that in
Yeah.
the later entries. But like it was like we talk about overcorrections. This was an overcorrection to Melee for sure.
Yeah.
Like he went the complete opposite direction.
But I don't know why he corrected from Melee because Melee was beloved. Everyone loved Melee.
No, but he just didn't like that was how it was being perceived.
Yeah.
As like this ultra high skill ceiling game. He wanted to
Yeah.
make it a party game, which I guess he did.
He did succeed.
And
yeah. And I
to
do
be
love
fair,
Final
right, like,
Smashes. Like what a great addition.
Final Smashes are cool. And overall, like I really enjoyed my time
Yeah.
actually playing Brawl. It's just in hindsight now. Like if you compare it against its contemporaries, easily the worst one. But that Subspace Emissary, man, just such a special, like it was basically like a kid banging his action figures together.
Yeah.
And like as a kid who like some of these franchises I was super into, some of them were super new to me, but like, whoa, who is that cool character? I want to learn more about like Marth or whatever. And the Subspace Emissary was kind of an avenue for me to get to know all these characters.
I don't know if this was your experience, but this was my second Smash Bros. Game. So this was my first time seeing a sequel in this franchise.
Oh no, it was my third. I had played every.
You played the
single Smash,
original.
yeah.
Okay, so this was my first time like seeing a game with new characters, and I was like, "This is so cool."
Oh, yeah.
Like this
And
guy
plus,
wasn't
you know,
in
like,
Melee.
This is where the era of like really insane picks starts. Sonic, Solid Snake. Are you freaking kidding me?
Sonic.
Like,
Sorry to
what is
spoil a
happening?
game from 20 years ago, but when you get to Taboo in Subspace Emissary and Sonic the Hedgehog shows up, that was like,
Dude, little kid me was like pogging out of his mind.
Did
It
you
was just-
were you a part of the Smash Bros dojo leading up to the game?
Yes, dude. I had completely forgotten about that, and all these memories rushed back into my head when you said that. Yes, I was. Yeah.
Which to have been checking that daily and not have known about the Subspace Emissary, I don't know what I was doing as a kid, because I was like looking at the stuff about characters and stuff, but
yeah, I mean, kids are kids.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Yeah, but yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and like I love that this was the first game to really go out there with the character choices, and like obviously that escalates in future games. Now we're getting like Minecraft and Sephiroth or whatever, but like Brawl was the first one to really start going outside of Nintendo, which was cool.
And this was before they removed any characters. It had all the characters from Melee.
Yes, that's right.
The only one that removed characters was Wii. Or it was a Wii U. I'm sorry.
It was Wii U and 3DS.
That's crazy when you put it like that. Yeah. Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, there were no missing. Well, actually, there were a couple missing characters in Brawl because you didn't have the variant characters.
You're right.
Yeah.
There was no Pichu. There was no Pichu.
Oh, they
no
took
Young
Pichu
Link.
out?
Yeah, no Young Link.
Yes, Young Link got replaced with Toon Link.
Yeah.
Yes, so there were
okay. I
were a
didn't know that.
couple
Okay,
removals.
yeah. Sorry,
I don't think you had all the Fire Emblems in there either.
God, I
Missing a
wish.
couple.
God, bring that back. If
Honestly,
they release a Smash
Roy
Ultimate 2 and the
Marth.
only improvement is that they cut the entire Fire Emblem roster, I'd pay
No, we gotta
$150 for it.
You got to keep Roy and Marth. Come on,
Put Ike back
They're
in.
OGs. Marth even? That's crazy.
I don't like any of them.
Marth to me has such a history because of Melee, but like,
Yeah.
I guess that's something else.
No, he does. I don't deny that. I just hate him.
And that's fair. But yeah, Brawl, one of my favorite games on Wii, probably my second most played game after Tenkaichi 3
Yeah.
on Wii. So yeah, I had to bring it up here. It had to be in my top 5.
It might be my most played game because I remember just coming home from school and grinding like 3
Dude,
level
yeah,
9
I played
CPUs.
that game so much.
Like, because my friends
So
were like
much.
serious about it. They were. I had to keep up. Also, this game had. This is something that doesn't get brought up a ton. This game had like demos of older video games, like N64 games and stuff. They were like, you could play a sample of the game these characters were from in Brawl.
Oh yeah, dude, you're remembering so much
like a
stuff that I've
15-minute
forgotten.
sample. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was
that's
really
amazing.
cool to help you pick the game you wanted to buy on the virtual console.
Yeah.
And it was
Smash has always been this like celebration of games, and Brawl definitely delivered on that front.
It is worth noting, like, it was literally just the entire ROM, by the way. Like, it was the entire game with just a 15-minute timer on it. Like, for the retro
sorry.
games.
Just kind of scatterbrained here, but like, gotta bring up the music, dude.
Oh
the
my
Brawl
God.
theme song, fire.
Yeah.
So good. Way better than the Ultimate theme song.
Yeah, I don't hate the Ultimate theme song, but it does, like, it got old quick.
It makes me cringe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ultimate theme song. But Brawl, fire music.
Yeah.
Very, very good. All right.
Ready to move on to
Shall
number 2?
we? Well, Mike.
Oh, Mike has his
you
number 3.
Yeah, my number
right.
3
Give
is
a
Super
third one.
Paper Mario, actually.
I forgot
Okay.
about this game. This
How
would have
did
been on my
everyone
list if I
forget
remembered
about
Really?
one
Your
of
top
the-
5?
it. I
one of-
love Super Paper Mario.
It
I think it's the
is-
best
Okay,
Paper
yeah.
Mario.
I disagree. I think Thousand Year Door is better, but it
Yeah.
is a good departure from like the turn-based formula that they were trying to do, but it did it in a proper way that still felt like Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember playing Super Paper Mario and I remember liking it, but eventually I got so mad that they got rid of the turn base, I just dropped it.
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm
Really?
such a
See, I hate
diehard
I'm a
fan
turn-based
of the-
combat hater, so...
I'm such a diehard
They
fan
got
of the
rid of it
turn-based Paper Mario, dude.
for the sake of the Mario and Luigi games because they didn't want 2 turn-based games for some
Yeah.
reason, even though they
Mm.
were separate from each other.
Super
But-
Paper Mario, the writing in this was just so fun. Like, you go to the afterlife in this game. Like, the underwear.
No, you die.
I just remember so little of it right now. I remember that little butterfly thing.
Yeah,
right?
it's Pixel.
Pixel, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. It was a wonderful little game. I remember loving the hub world in it. Mr. L, the evil Luigi, like, throughout half the game. You could play as Bowser in this game, which was like sick as hell. This was
You could do that in Thousand Year Door as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well,
yeah,
there
but
were
it was-
segments where you played as Bowser.
This
and
was like the
Peach,
whole
yeah.
game. Once you unlocked him, you could play as Bowser anywhere.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, same with
Yeah.
you could play as Luigi and Peach as well. It was just a really great
Yeah,
game.
I do hear this was a good game, but I
have gone
after
back
this
and
is where
replayed
Paper
it.
Mario kind of went super downhill.
It was also such a creative thing where you could like the game was usually 2D, but you had the power to make it 3D sometimes.
I do remember that. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm hogging your game, Mike. Do you...
Oh, I remember a lot about it. I think I actually almost 100% of the Super Paper Mario. I just
Really?
didn't do the Samurai Challenge. I think was the last one
Yeah,
I was gonna
say
do.
that was hard.
It's like 100 battles in a row. It's not even hard. You can just cheese it with Bowser, but
yeah, but it took forever. It was a little
it
boring.
just takes forever. You just sit there, you walk in, you breathe fire, and then you walk forward again.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, get me out of here.
Yeah, I remember it not. I don't know. I remember thinking it wasn't bad, but like at the end of the day, as someone who played Paper Mario on 64 and then Thousand Year Door on GameCube, I was just like, what have they done to my beloved child?
See, I wanted to play the Thousand Year Door really bad because I'd heard such great things about it, and I had like saved up my money, and then when I went to go to the store, it wasn't there.
Oh, that's so sad.
And I dropped it. Like I never thought about it again.
Wow.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, and I've never gone back. I watched the Game Grumps play it at some
they
point.
remade it on Switch, right? So
Yeah, I did.
that could be something.
I thought about now I've seen it. I watched somebody else play it.
Right, okay.
So
yeah,
I'll think about it. I like the Thousand Year Door a lot. It's a fantastic game.
you got
It
any
was a
more to
great
say
game.
about Super Paper Mario, Mike?
Not really. I like the 3D aspect to it.
Yeah, it was
And
really
like
cool.
keeping a 3D platform. It's a 2D platformer in its keys, but
And it
that
was a
3D
puzzle
element
game
makes
to a
it
pretty
interesting.
big
Yeah.
extent. Like
It
in
had
a
a lot
Metroidvania, I
going
guess,
on.
sort of. Like you were getting new abilities throughout
There
the
was
game.
a lot going on there that was very interesting.
Yeah.
And it plays with a lot of like themes and everything. And plus the entire black hole in the background that's imminent for most of the game.
I'm about to potentially spread misinformation, so feel free to clip this. But I believe this was one of the early Nintendo Treehouse localization jobs where they didn't really localize the game. They just kind of wrote an English story. Like that it like
That's
obviously the events happened as they happen in the game, but the actual dialogue in the game was so localized that it wasn't really it had very little to do with what the Japanese dialogue was. They just kind of had fun with it. And I think it came out really, really good.
well, that could have gone very terribly as it has in the past. But
Because it was like so culturally, like the jokes would not have landed. Like there are a lot of jokes in this game, and the jokes
Japanese
just directly
puns or
translated
whatever.
would have been meaningless. You know,
right. All right, so let's move on to our number twos, and I have a proposition here, Connor,
Yeah.
because we already know what both of mine are. Yours are more unknown, so let me go first for suspense-related reasons.
Okay.
So, my number two is Wii Sports. So, I think this is one of the best games on Wii. I have a ton of fond memories with Wii Sports. And this is one of those rare games where I could play with my entire family, like mom, dad, everyone, right?
Yeah.
I know you guys have already talked about it, but it was number two on my list. I was debating putting it number one. I was just like, it's such an important game, right? Like I played it so much. And it's tied to like so many fond memories with family. So I don't know if I have more to add on to that than that, but like a lot of bowling, had a lot of fun with bowling. Because that was the most accessible one, right? Like bowling,
Yeah.
you could just give to everyone and they would get it.
Did you ever
was a lot
bowl
of
a
fun,
perfect
too.
game?
I don't remember.
Me neither.
I don't. I will say, like, I never got sweaty with Wii Sports, right? Like, I
did.
never ranked up or did any of that stuff
Yeah.
for any of the games. I just sort of played it with people.
Oh, I went pro, brother. I had the sparkly bowling ball. Like,
Yeah, I didn't even know you could like do that. Honestly, like I just played it. Yeah.
and I was always throwing the bowling ball back and making the people do the spinny jump.
Yeah.
You remember that? Yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
Really?
Actually.
Okay, so when you're bowling, you're like supposed to like throw forward, but if you did it backwards instead, you would throw the bowling ball back, and then all the people in the audience would just like spin in place.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
I
would do
do
a little
remember
hop.
that, yeah.
It was like so stupid.
And I do remember I remember perfecting some sort of like curveball type motion for the bowling ball, where I'd like curve the ball. Like I got really good at doing that.
Yeah.
And getting strikes
Yeah.
that way. I don't know, just a lot of fun. Yeah.
And you
I
liked
don't know if I have
golf.
more to say. Yeah, I did. I did like the golf. The golf was fun.
I hate real life golf and video game golf, but my dad loved Wii golf. He thought it was so cool.
Yeah. There is something about video game golf that gets the people going. I don't know what it
seems
is.
that way. People love
but
Mario Golf for sure.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And there's like all sorts of different golf games just like on Steam and on different consoles and stuff too. Like golf RPGs. Have you heard of these games?
Yeah.
It's like a thing. But yeah, I think if I were to rank them in terms of like most played, it would be bowling number 1, probably golf number 2, then tennis number 3, and then boxing was definitely last for me. I almost never did boxing.
Yeah.
But am I forgetting a game? That was 4 of them, right? Is there one more sport? I don't know.
Baseball?
Baseball, yeah. I did play a
Very
decent amount of
forgettable. Baseball sucked.
Yeah. It wasn't as memorable as the others, for sure.
It's also just like not a sport I mean, I'm not a big sports guy in general, but like baseball is probably the sport I would least like to play in real life. I find it very boring.
Yeah, I mean, that's a funny thing, too. Like as a kid, and even now, not really interested in sports at all.
Yeah.
But, like, video gamifying them made it fun for me.
I
So,
actually played tennis as a kid. I lettered in tennis in
really?
high school. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Okay, what's your number 2?
Oh, I thought you were doing your number 2 and number 1. Okay. I'll do my number 2.
Yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Nice.
Which does sort of spoil my number 1 perhaps, but
I have never played Super Mario Galaxy 2.
it's as just a level pack for Super Mario Galaxy 1, which is essentially what it is. It is very, very good. It does definitely fall into the more linear Mario. Like, it doesn't have a lot of the... Like, Galaxy 1 was kind of a bunch of... This is the reason it's number 2 and not number 1. Galaxy had a mix of, like, very linear levels and more open exploratory levels. Galaxy 2 is basically all linear levels, which I like less. But it is still more Super Mario Galaxy. It is still, like, fantastic. It is still amazing music. It is still... Yoshi's in this one, which gives you, like, a whole bunch of new power-ups for Yoshi, and then you have new power-ups for Mario. You have, like, Starship Mario, which is a fun hub. Certainly not as, like... It didn't have as much character to it as the Starship Observatory from Galaxy. But,
Dude,
yeah,
I don't know
I
what-
mean... I just wanted more Galaxy, and the Galaxy 2 was, for the most part, more Galaxy, and I really liked it.
I don't know what I was on as a kid, but I actually got this game, played a little bit of the first level, and then never touched it again.
That's absurd.
That's crazy, right?
I
don't know.
just gotta say, like, this is the difference between our childhoods. The level, it didn't matter how much I hated a video game as a kid, I was gonna play it because the like opulence of being able to get a video game that you don't like was just unimaginable to me.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Like, video games were so expensive. I was only gonna see a few of them a year, and I was gonna play them. Like, I had some real detritus. Like, I remember I put hours into Thrillville on the Wii, and that game sucks.
It sounds like a porno or something.
Thrillville? No, it was like a roller coaster tycoon kind of game,
Oh.
but with a lot of mini games, and like also it wasn't very good.
Okay, so yeah, Super Mario Galaxy 2 came out while I was in high school. So I was definitely
That would do it. Yeah, you were too
older.
old. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were probably
You know,
in a pretty Wii hate
In a phase,
mode by
right?
then.
Like I was probably
Yeah.
in a phase where I'm just like I'm into Mass Effect now because I'm cool. or
I was
something.
still in my cope. Like, no, the Wii's kind of cool, right? And for Mario Galaxy 2, like, no, Nintendo still makes games for me. And I was like, no, they don't. They made one. Like,
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy 2, and it's not even as good as Mario Galaxy 1.
That's crazy to think though. Like if I was your age, I probably would have played it.
Yeah, if you were 2
You know,
years
like,
younger. Yeah.
It's just that age range is so dynamic there.
It also, like, a lot of people think Galaxy 2 is better than 1. A lot of people think
I
the
do
levels are
see
better.
that opinion online.
And
yeah.
I'd like to replay it because I don't know if I would feel that way now. Because in retrospect, I liked Super Mario 3D World a lot more after Odyssey because Nintendo made it clear that they saw that there was a difference between these linear games and the more exploratory games. And I was just mad that it was a further move away from like Sunshine and 64
Yeah,
as a kid.
I got that. Yeah.
So I want to
get
play
that.
it again sometime, but it's kind of long. So
It just shows you how many ideas Nintendo had floating around.
Yeah.
Where they just had to make 2 of these, right?
Yeah.
It's endless fountains of creativity they got over there.
What
All
about
right,
you,
Mike, what's your number
This
2?
is going to be controversial, but I'm going to put Animal Crossing City Folk in here. I know
is
that's going to be
controversial.
controversial. I knew
That
it
is-
was.
It is just the Wii port of
It's just the Wii
Wild
port
World.
of Wild World, but I did not have a DS. I did, but I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
really enjoy playing Wild World.
I mean, if
didn't
it's
play
just
it a lot.
Wild World, if it's the way you experience Wild World is an amazing game. So it was a great way to play some Animal
The only
Crossing.
problems I had with City Folk was one, grass deterioration was kind of overtuned, but I liked the
Yes.
city as an element of going to. It felt nice. It was like living in a suburb simulator
that.
or rural.
Yeah.
It's like living in West Virginia and going to Pittsburgh simulator. You know,
Yeah, I get that.
it's literally, oh, I'm in a city now. This is great. And then I go back to my little village full of animals that speak in this weird tongues. It's like, yeah.
The problem is it kind of got
exactly
rid
like
of it got rid of like the events because they just put all the events in the city basically.
Yeah,
like
that's
Dr.
the
Shrunk
downside.
yeah.
But I did like the city. I liked how you could get like a credit card.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, it was like a debit card. You could go to you directly use like your bank,
That's
your Nook
interesting.
bank, and pay
Okay.
for it. It was how you bought the more expensive like Gracie items.
Yeah,
You had to have the
okay.
debit card.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you got.
I never
censored for
had
a
any
little bit.
money, so
Yeah,
I was bad at Animal
I
Crossing. Well, I also didn't
a
like.
lot of City Folk.
I had Wild World, and I had a ton of money in Wild World, and like City Folk just didn't really improve on it enough for me to sink the hours.
Like
I think
City Folk was one of
City
those
Folk.
games
I
that
think is the
hit
only
me.
one I never paid off my mortgage in.
I don't think I actually paid off my mortgage to City Folk either. I just was more content to just fish all day and vibe
Yeah.
and talk to my villagers. I don't even think I talked to my villagers. I think I was antisocial, so I was just fishing.
And
I
New
became like a
Horizons
grill
was your first
dad.
Animal Crossing, right?
Yep, the first one I played was on
Yeah.
Switch.
The City Folk also did have the Wii Speak, and it's I think Monster Hunter Tri actually might have used the Wii Speak. I'm not sure, but not many games use the Wii Speak. But this was a microphone that I think it came bundled with Animal Crossing City Folk, and you could actually like do voice chat with it.
Right, yeah. Forgot about that thing.
Yeah, not a lot of use for it.
You could play what was it, SingStar or whatever?
Don't know what that is.
Whatever that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that insanely cringe?
I can't believe
E3
nobody
when they
put
were
Wii Music on there. On the
I
top.
thought
music?
about it, but
Yeah.
I didn't really play Wii Music.
It was
I
because it
didn't
was
either.
barely a game.
Nah, City Folk was interesting.
No, I mean it's
an
an
interesting
Animal
game.
Crossing game.
It's
It
an
had all
Animal
the
Crossing
trappings of
game.
an Animal Crossing game.
It had
Yeah,
some
so it's, like,
unique
fine.
mechanics. I did like the city. I liked what they did with it. I liked some of the sets in the game. There's a lot of interesting parts about it. It's just the same. It's just a shame that a lot of it wasn't new or interesting.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that was in the city got reused on Main Street in New Leaf.
I didn't
which
play
I
New
liked.
Leaf, unfortunately.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
So
I didn't
they
play the
New Leaf
portables.
had a main street, which was just where all your shops were, which I didn't really like because I always thought it was more interesting to have your shops dispersed through the town. It was one of the reasons I didn't like City Folk that much too. Is because I thought it was more interesting to just have a more natural layout of a town. But Main Street was fine in New Leaf. I don't know. It's just they're always trying new stuff with Animal Crossing. It's a difficult series to iterate on, I feel like.
Yeah. Although I do feel like it is a series where you don't necessarily have to iterate. People will just appreciate a new entry a lot of the time.
People
Yeah.
hated City Folk, Hammond.
Yeah,
disagree?
people did
Okay.
not
People
like
were
City Folk.
so mad at City
Really?
Folk for just
Okay.
being Wild World again.
It just seems like it's one of those cozy games like
Yeah.
Pokemon, right? Like people put out the same Pokemon
Now,
game.
people
every year.
hated it. One,
are into that.
because it was just Wild World, and two, because it had grass deterioration.
yeah,
and it
grass
was
deterioration was a real
nasty.
pain.
It was real nasty. Like if you played
That was
your
you
village
would run
enough,
over your grass too many times and it would die, and
Yeah, it would just turn to
these,
dirt.
these huge brown patches.
Why
you
would they
just
put that
become
in your
this
cozy
massive
game?
like
Yeah.
you eventually people would throw like pictures where half their world was just like dirt
Yeah,
and grass regrew
yeah. If you actually played the game a lot,
really slowly. I think they fixed it in later games and they increased the rate which grass grows back, so it wasn't as bad as
Yeah.
City Folk.
they did. Yeah,
But I don't even think it's in Horizons.
I don't think so either. Yeah,
It might be, but it's very slight.
But you
Who
can put
knows?
down roads in New Horizons, so you can also kind of fix it that way.
Yeah, I mean, the people did that in City Folk too, where they laid down paths and patterns, kept
Yeah.
like nature sanctuaries, so they
Right.
could get their snow and everything.
Yeah. What a funny series.
All right, moving on to our number one Wii game. No surprise here. Mine is The Legend of Zelda: The Twilight
Such a good
Princess.
game.
It's
Still-
really funny
so-
that your number one Wii game is a GameCube game.
It is, yeah. But like,
I
it
mean,
was
there
on
was
Wii.
no-
No, that's just the story of the Wii, I feel like. Yeah.
And to
I mean,
me,
Skyward
it is.
Sword was the only
it
native
is
Wii game.
a
Native-
Wii game.
Yeah.
It is a Wii game in the same sense to me that Breath of the Wild is a
No, 100%.
Switch game.
You're 100%
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
And this game, shockingly, I played before Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that's weird.
So just imagine.
That's not true for me. That's actually not true
Yeah,
for
I
me,
played
which is
Ocarina of
crazy.
Time first.
Considering I'm younger
So
than
just,
you.
but just consider that. Just imagine this being like imagine playing Twilight Princess without playing Ocarina of Time first.
Yeah.
Imagine that experience, and that's what I had.
God, and then
'cause,
getting
like-
to play Ocarina of Time after.
Yeah,
That was probably great.
But it was
It's like,
fantastic.
oh my god, this
But,
is
like,
just Twilight Princess.
So is this your first? No, this is after Wind Waker for you.
no, Wind Waker was my first,
Yeah.
and still my most beloved.
Yeah.
Zelda. But yeah, Twilight Princess. Like, I think I've told the story on the podcast before about how I had that Ocarina of Time like guidebook thing, and I would just like read it often as a kid. So
But
I
you
was
didn't have
very
the game.
I never played the game.
Yeah.
I never had the game actually. Yeah, on N64. So I was very familiar with like the characters, the story, and everything of Ocarina of Time. And like I always had this like kind of romantic picture of Ocarina of Time in my head,
Yeah.
right? And like obviously I was too young or perhaps dumb to like YouTube it, so I like never watched any videos or
Yeah.
anything like that. And then fast forward to Wind Waker, had a blast, loved it, like instantly fell in love with Zelda, but that was not Ocarina of Time, right? Like you're not on Hyrule Field riding your horse,
Right,
right?
it's
Like that
very
kind
different.
of thing that I built up in my head, it was different from that.
Mhm.
But then when I played Twilight Princess, it was exactly that experience. And it felt incredible to young me playing that game.
The wolf thing was also so cool to me at the time.
Yeah. Like, and I had no idea, right? Like, I don't think I watched any previews for this game or anything, so everything
I
was
had.
brand new to me. The wolf thing, I was just like, this is sick. The Twilight world, this is incredible. I love the darkness of the game, way darker. And remember, I had not played Majora's Mask at this time. My first experience with a dark Zelda game, right? Like, considerably darker than Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And it was just, it felt incredible, right? Like, I was just like, this is so different from Wind Waker, and yet it's the same series. Like, I can still feel the Zelda DNA in it, obviously, but like, it's a completely different experience.
This was like peak Game Informer time for me. I'd actually read a lot about Twilight Princess before it came out, and I was really excited for it. Somehow I didn't know it was coming to GameCube. But
Oh, yeah. And it was like mirrored or something on game, or was it mirrored on Wii?
it was
I
mirrored
forget.
on Wii because they wanted Link
Okay,
to be
yeah, yeah.
right-handed for the Wii.
Yes.
So they just mirrored the entire game.
yeah, right.
I love Nintendo for that.
Yeah. It was probably a little easier, just like click.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But yeah, like and another reason why Twilight Princess is so special to me is that it to me is the last traditional mainline Zelda game. Right? Like after that we got Skyward Sword, which was kind of weird.
I guess.
And then
I still think
after that
Skyward
we
Sword
got
is
Breath of the
traditional.
Wild.
Yeah.
Like I
Skyward
just-
Sword's the
I don't know.
bridge.
It is the bridge, right?
Yeah.
It's a little different from what came before, and it's not quite what came after.
And then A Link
And then
Between
obviously-
Worlds gets a little weirder than that.
Yes. And then but obviously Breath of the Wild,
Yeah, totally.
Tears of the King,
different.
completely different animal, completely different game, essentially. But like Twilight Princess to me was the final form of the Zelda.
But is it
formula.
not weird to think that there were only 4 of those? Like
It is weird.
A
right?
Link to the
Like,
Past.
and perhaps it feels longer because it was like childhood.
Yeah.
Right. Like you grew up with Zelda being this one thing. When in reality, it wasn't that long of a time period.
No, it's 4 games. Yeah.
Yeah. But like the Zelda formula is something very special to me, right? Like I would, if they came out with an announcement for the next mainline Zelda game, they were like, it is effectively building on Twilight Princess, I'd be like, I'm 100% there. I'm ready to go for that, right? Like obviously I really like the new Zelda formula and it is better, right? Like let's just say that. It is better. It is a masterpiece of what they did to that to Zelda with that genre that they basically invented, that open air genre.
Yeah.
But I do still have a place in my heart for that old Zelda formula, and I will never, ever get tired of it. I just enjoy it too much, right? So I think would be excited to see it again. And Twilight Princess for me will always be that game that is the last kind of beacon of that kind of Zelda game. That's how I see it, at least.
I do have one counterpoint. Echoes of Wisdom is that. Like, it is... I mean, I know you're not playing as Link, so it's different for that reason, but it is 100% like classic Zelda formula.
Yeah, but it's not... Echoes of Wisdom isn't a mainline Zelda game. It
no,
seems like...
but... Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot.
I mean,
there are
I
5 of
wouldn't-
them, too. I forgot. Link's Awakening happened. Oh, there's more than that. There's a lot more than 4 games, now that I'm thinking about it. There's Minish Cap, there's Oracle of Seasons.
That's why I said, like, I said the mainline... What I consider, like, mainline... So, maybe I'm wrong with this interpretation, but to me, this is... Ocarina of Time. I'm starting with 3D, right?
Yeah.
Because I never, like, as a kid, didn't play the 2D games.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess. That's, to me...
Yeah, but the formula for sure
What they
started with A Link to the Past.
Yes, it did. It did, for sure.
And then I would consider... I think you have a case to make the Oracle games not mainline, but Link's Awakening and Minish Cap, I would call both of those mainline. So
I guess to me, if it's not on a console, like, home console, I don't... In my brain...
You might be right, but
mainline.
I bet they outsold it. Like...
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, Minish Cap is made by Capcom, so there's a little bit of weirdness there.
Right. But yeah, but like that, I'm just saying that's, to me, that's why
Yeah.
Twilight Princess has like perhaps an even more elevated status than it should. And like Mike mentioned before, the final battle in that game is just bonkers. Basically like a 4-phase Ganon boss fight.
A lot of good
that's just
boss fights in that
nonstop
game.
escalating. Just like, I feel like
You gotta finish Tears of the Kingdom.
Gotta finish.
essays could be written about that boss fight.
Gotta
Right?
finish.
Like
Tears of
it
the Kingdom.
is
You gotta do it.
incredible.
Gotta finish.
And
Tears
that's
of the
crazy to me that you guys are implying that like Tears of the Kingdom is that, but better.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
This is not an implication. It is.
It's gas, dude.
Okay,
it's
okay.
pure
That's
gas.
awesome.
I'm just gonna tell
yeah.
you. I'm just gonna
Coming
tell
from a
you.
Tears of the Kingdom hater.
You ever get your counterattack countered? You'll know. You'll know whenever you get your counterattack countered.
Okay, yeah. But I mean, like, just talking about the Twilight Princess boss fight for a bit, like, it was so hype when Zelda showed up, and then it was more hype when she got sealed away. And you
Yeah.
had to 1v1. It was basically 1v1 me bro kind of situation, and
And it's
like
my
the
favorite
Ring of
iteration
Fire.
of Pig Ganon. Like,
the ring of fire around you as you're just
Yeah.
freaking dueling each other. It's so
Yeah.
good.
and you just
So good.
stab him in the. Is it in the head in that one? I don't even remember.
You
It's definitely in the
stab
head in
him
Wind Waker.
in
I
the
don't remember
heart here.
Twilight Princess. And that's the funny thing, too. Wind Waker I have played countless times
Yeah,
from beginning to
same.
end. Twilight Princess I've played exactly once.
Same.
But it left a very, very strong impression on me.
Wind Waker's just an easier romp, I feel like. Like, I can blow through Wind Waker pretty quick, other than... Well, actually, I've only finished Wind Waker once. I've played up through the Triforce Hunt like a dozen
fair, yeah.
times, and then I turned the game
like,
off.
It was all on the GameCube, too. I never played like the Wii U version.
Oh, same.
Like,
I have played on the GameCube, and then I've emulated it on my PC.
Yeah. So, yeah, Twilight Princess, and it is one of those games where I'm just waiting for Nintendo to re-release it on modern hardware, and I will be right there playing it. And, like, we had those rumors, I think, a couple years ago, like, we're going to get a Switch version of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and that never materialized. So hopefully there was some substance to those. Maybe they'll show up eventually. But, yeah, Twilight Princess is a special game, and a game that I would like to revisit, because it just felt so grand in scope in a way that Wind Waker did not. And that's not knocking Wind Waker. Wind Waker's my favorite.
Yeah.
But like I just love the flavor of Twilight Princess. All right. What about you, Connor?
My number one is also a repeat. It is Super Mario Galaxy. And this is one of
That's
those,
fair,
like... This is one of those where I a little bit think, like, if this isn't your favorite, like, you're not, like, not considering, like, what you liked most as a kid. Like, I think this is the best Wii
Objectively,
game.
this is probably the best game
like-
on our lists.
Yeah, from an objective perspective, Mario Galaxy is the best Wii game. It had
Yeah.
the Comet Observatory, which is just a gorgeous. It is it is it's right there with Peach's Castle for me. Like for a brilliant hub world. I think it's better than Isle Delfino. I think it may be my favorite Mario hub world. It might beat Peach's Castle for me. I like it so much. It's it has some of the best music ever written.
Yeah. Unbelievable music.
Which they had to like pull teeth.
Sweeping orchestral score.
It was like pulling teeth to get Miyamoto to allow them to do this orchestral music. Apparently, he thought it would distract from the gameplay, which is like most of this game they had to sneak past Miyamoto. He didn't want the story either, and like
that's crazy. Yeah,
the Rosalina.
It just goes to show that
Yeah.
Miyamoto can make some wrong decisions from time to time.
The Rosalina's like story time is so memorable to me. I was so excited every time I found out there was a new chapter to go sit down. It's not even anything complicated. It was just the fact that it was so cute and the music was playing and all the little Lumas sat down to hear story time.
Yeah.
It
Oh
was
my gosh,
so
the Lumas
cute.
were so cute. Yeah.
And like some of the galaxies, like Beach Bowl Galaxy, I would throw it all away to move to Beach Bowl Galaxy if I could live there. Like it's so gorgeous. And like Freeze Flame Galaxy and just I don't know, I've played through this game so many times. I played through it on my Wii. I 100%ed it on the Wii. And 100%ing this game is a grueling, not particularly fun endeavor because you just have to play through the entire game and then do it a second time exactly the same as Luigi. And then you get one bonus level for doing that. And then you get like a little postcard saying that you did it that you could send to people. And I still have that postcard on my Wii that I can send to people.
That's awesome.
It was like such a flex. Me and my buddy Antonio both had it. And I distinctly remember, like I have vivid memories of my first time playing this game because my buddy Antonio got it way before me. This was like, I want to say it came out in like October and my birthday's December. So I had no way of getting this game, but Antonio had it and he brought it over. And I remember it was like a big fight because he didn't want to play it the whole night. And I did because I was like, my mind was blown. Like just seeing the water, like the water visuals in Super Mario Galaxy were so gorgeous compared to anything I'd ever seen in a game before. And just the beauty of space and everything in this game. I just thought it was so brilliant. I wanted to play it all night and we got into a fight over it. And like, he didn't want to come over to my house for a while after that because I made him play the game he brought the whole time. It was, I don't know. The fact that I remember it so clearly is the point of that story.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love this game.
I do have a couple things I want to say that I did not say before about Mario Galaxy. So, to me, 3D Mario, like I've said before, Mario 64 was my first video game ever. So obviously, extremely special video game to me. But every Mario since then, like 3D Mario just evokes a sense of wonder in me, like a childlike wonder. And I will say, I don't think Sunshine did that for me. I like Sunshine a lot, but I didn't get the same.
Did you play it as a kid?
I did.
Okay.
Yes. But I did not get the same sense of childlike wonder that I did when I played 64. But oh boy, did I get it when I played Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like I played Galaxy and it was just like, I can't believe this video game exists, right? Like, and I don't think it's just a nostalgia thing or like a child thing because I felt that same wonder when I played Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Like I did feel that.
I remember you talking about it on the show. You talked about it as like constant bliss or something.
Yeah,
constant joy.
like endless joy or something like that. But like, I just think that's something Nintendo is really good at nailing, specifically with 3D Mario.
Yeah.
And Galaxy that had that in spades. That's all I wanted to say, right? Like,
it does.
At that age, I was kind of questioning, like, okay, I really like Mario 64, but I was literally like 3 or 4 years old when I played it, right? I liked Mario Sunshine, but it did not hit for me the same way 64 did. I was like, is Mario, am I just outgrowing Mario? Is that what's happening here? I played Mario Galaxy, and that shut me right up.
See, that's funny, because my opinions as a kid, and I hold them to this day, I actually like Sunshine more than Galaxy. But
I know you do, yeah.
but even as a kid at the time, I remember thinking, like, this is great. Like, I love these levels and everything. I love the way it makes me feel. But I miss the exploratory nature.
I did miss that, yes. That's probably the only criticism I have for this game, where it's just like, the Delfino Plaza, Peach's Castle, I do miss having that sandbox there.
And it had some of it. Like Beach Bowl Galaxy is my favorite Galaxy because it was one of the more look around and figure out what you're supposed to do galaxies.
Right. But like, they didn't really bring that feeling back until
Odyssey.
Yeah. So
and
but-
that's why
but-
Galaxy 2 is not higher on, is not my number one, is because it really
Right,
didn't
it's just
even try.
levels, right?
Yeah, it was just levels.
had to be. I'm glad you put it as number one, because if you hadn't, I would feel like we did something wrong as a podcast that none of us had Galaxy as.
It's
as
the
number
only
one
Wii
seed.
game I particularly want to go back and replay. In general, like I Twilight Princess, I guess, but Mario Galaxy, like I have set up an emulator just to play Mario Galaxy a few times. I don't usually actually get out the Wii because I just don't want to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
brilliant game.
Yeah. Wonderful game. And who knows? Mario Galaxy movie coming out this year. Mario Galaxy is fresh on everyone's minds.
There's
they did
no
do
way.
the re-release of 1 and 2, but like, what if
There's no way we're
this is
getting a
all
3.
leading to a 3? What if that's the next 3
There's
Mario?
no way.
Unbelievable.
I would pop off. Like,
Yeah. I would lose my mind.
so what about you,
All
Mike? You got one game left?
No, Wii Sports was actually my last game.
Oh,
on
Wii
the
Sports.
list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
No, Wii Sports
feel
is
like-
a perfectly respectable number
It
one.
is.
if
Like,
we
So it's-
seeded these games, Wii Sport might be like number 1. If we like took the averages of all our
Yeah.
rankings here.
now, if we had done this as
That's-
a tournament, I
that's
think
crazy.
Wii Sports probably wins it. Yeah.
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 And I'd be mad because I think it should have been Galaxy.
That's such a
Do
controversial.
you have any
take,
fun memories
apparently.
you want to share? Wii Sports memories?
Oh, Wii Sports. I remember getting pro in boxing and never playing it again.
Real. Because you don't want to lose it because you could lose your pro status, right?
I
If you-
remember my brother.
Oh, that's crazy.
My
You can
brother
lose it?
absolutely knocking the crap out of me in bowling every time we played.
The pro status, Amit, in case you don't know, is just getting up to 1,000 points.
Yeah, it's just like
Dude, that's so crazy that, like,
grind.
I really didn't even know that was a thing. Like
Yeah.
it was such a casual thing for me.
It was
Wii
quite the
Sports was,
grind.
right?
And I don't know if it told
Yeah.
you until you did it. I don't know if you knew that it was coming.
It showed you on like the chart at the end. You're like, whoa, and you
Oh,
can get
okay.
close
Yeah.
to it.
And I seriously, like, I did some grinding. Like, I played the training modes and everything for boxing to get better at it. And the same with tennis, like, so that I could get good enough to become a pro. Like,
I figured out the solution to boxing was to just swing my fists wildly and never stop.
yeah.
That does seem to work for a lot.
A lot of
like
motion
tennis,
control,
you could just
yeah.
sort of like waggle your thing too.
Well, no, tennis, the timing mattered quite a bit for when you hit the ball. You could control
Really,
where
I
it was
kind of
gonna go.
remember just being able to waggle and finding success there, but
Well, yeah, but you never went
maybe
pro.
I'm thinking of something else. I never did go pro. No, I just sort of played it with people around me.
Yeah, I went pro. So don't come at me with your waggle.
Okay.
I went pro in boxing by just flailing my fists. It worked.
Yeah, that probably did work in boxing.
Yeah,
There was not a
you
lot to
just-
boxing.
You just spam out hits, and eventually you'll hit them.
See, just seeing an HP bar in a game like Wii Sports was so weird too in boxing. Like,
Yeah.
well, it
We
wasn't a
never
bar.
even
It was
talked
like
about
that ring.
like the Mii's. We never talked about Wii Fit, but
Oh my god,
there is
yeah.
quite
Well,
a lot
Wii Fit,
to talk about here.
Wii Fit,
Wii
like
Fit
there's a.
just called me like skinny because I was else then and told me I just needed to eat more.
No, I I
They
did that
tell
to
me
my friend's
that,
sister.
but-
Well, my friend's sister weighed so little it wouldn't let her play. Now, granted,
Yeah.
she was like young. So she wasn't like eating disorder or anything. She was just too young. But like, I don't even think the balance board picked her up. She weighed so little. And I remember it calling someone I knew, like they stepped on the board and it called them obese in front of God and everybody, and we all laughed really hard. And I really feel bad about that. in
I
retrospect,
remember
'cause,
I
like,
remember trying to get a character, like I think we made like a 4-foot character and
Yeah.
made it obese. Just by,
Nintendo
like,
should
stacking
not have
on
been
the balance
calling
board.
kids obese. In retrospect, like I get it. It was a fitness app.
And then when
It should have been more cautious, I feel like, in its language.
it really was the game
Maybe
that
it
called
was
you
like a
fat.
Japanese thing. Where
Yeah,
it's
I
just
bet
like,
it was.
Yeah,
but
you're fat.
still, like,
Do something about it.
yeah. And to their credit, like eventually, like I am in pretty good shape now, and I credit that to Switch. Switch. Oh my god,
Oh, I
what's
know
it
what you're talking
called?
about.
Ring Fit.
Ring Fit.
Ring
yeah.
Fit Adventure. Yeah.
Ring Fit was great. Yeah.
Ring Fit was really good. I mean, it didn't get me in shape, but it did get me from 0 to the confidence I needed to go to a gym. You know, from
Yeah.
like not from like really, really out of shape to like, okay, I am not afraid to show my face at the gym. Which like nobody should be afraid to show their face at the gym. That was a bad instinct, but still.
Right. But you know,
it was where I was at,
which is what's important. Yeah.
And like Wii Fit,
but
I don't know if Wii Fit had the sauce as much as Ring Fit, but
I don't think so. Ring Fit's just a great game.
Ring Fit's actually just
straight
pretty
up.
good. Yeah,
yeah. Like
I've thought about going back and finishing it, but I lent it to a friend when I didn't need it anymore, and I want to finish the story now that I'm strong. Like,
yeah, like it was like a turn-based.
Yeah, it was
RPG.
it was an RPG. Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
Although the cardio in Ring Fit would actually still probably knock me out.
Yeah,
I do
it
not
would
do cardio
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so bad at cardio. But like that's it for our Wii top 5. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What would you put on your top 5? Let us know in the Discord. But we've already gone for an hour and 40 minutes, so let's get to what we're playing. I'm just going to get this out of the way really quick. I did not play anything. I was planning to talk about Iron Lung here, but we already did that.
Funny.
So I'm just going to hand it over to you guys.
I picked up Cairn,
I've
the climbing game that you guys have probably seen.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it.
I like it, he says tentatively. This is a lot of times you buy an indie game and you're like, man, they could have charged way more for this. I do not feel that for Cairn. Cairn is a $25 game, and I feel great about having paid $25 for it. It gets on base. I think part of that is that like I am not into climbing culture at all. And this is a game that is very much a love letter to bouldering, to climbing, like to the whole. It is very in depth. It is very simmy kind of, like a simulation, to the point that it has like a hunger and water and sleep system that I'm not that into.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're into climbing, you'd probably be into this, but like otherwise,
well, you might not. I'm not into climbing, and I am into this game. I do want to finish it. It is just like kind of a relaxing. Like kind of a journey kind of thing for me, I guess. Probably not to the same extent, but it is just kind of a beautiful game, and like you keep getting to these beautiful vistas that you feel like you really earned because the climbing is actually kind of hard, and I like that. I'm enjoying the game. There is a little bit of stuff to it that like you're coming across a village of like, oh, these people lived on the side of a mountain, and so they're like just climbers, and they are like. From the moment they're born, they're climbing and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is like, I feel like maybe to climbers, this feels like kind of spiritual to them. But to me, it reminds me of like the funny tennis RPG where like, oh, this culture just only plays tennis and their money is tennis. Yeah. And like, that is how it comes off to me, is that it's just kind of silly. But it's fine. And it's quite challenging. Fladian almost, but not quite. Like, but it is a little foddy, and like you're really mad when you fall sometimes because you fall very far, and you actually do just die. You take fall damage.
Oh,
I
was gonna say, like, do you like catch yourself on a rope, or like do you?
You can like if you have used your pitons, you can put them in the wall, and when you fall, you'll catch yourself. But if you slam into the wall, you might die. So you actually have to like be careful about where you put them.
That's kind of scary, yeah.
And sometimes you want to like climb up to the top and then use your pitons to rappel down and backtrack to grab resources you missed. So that's kind of a nice element of the hunger system and all. And there are like challenge things to find, and I'm having a hard time balancing how much of the challenge part of the game I want to do versus just getting to the top of the mountain. And I'm kind of falling back towards just getting to the top of the mountain because it's a hard game, or at least to me it's a hard game, and I don't know how much time I'm going to give it. I'd like to see the ending, so I might skip some of the challenges. I don't know. I like it though. I think if you look at it and it seems interesting to you, you should pick it up. I just saw Dan Giesling playing it. He did a sponsored stream of it, and I liked the look of it. I do hate the protagonist. She's a woman named Ava, and like every word she says makes me so angry. Like she is like you're constantly like getting voicemails on your little climbing robot. And Ava's like, why are they interrupting my climb? And it's like her loving girlfriend calling to tell her how much she loves her. And I'm like, Ava, you suck. You're like a bad person for this. And one of them is your girlfriend from home calling you to tell you your cat is sick. and dying, and you knew that before you left, and you left to go climb this mountain anyway, and it's like you're a piece of shit, Ava. Like you
just don't understand her passion.
You couldn't have waited it out. And there's like a part where a guy climbs up next to you, and he's like, you're a world-renowned climber, and so is your dad. And he's like a big fan of both you and your dad, and he's like talking about how big of a fan he was. And then Ava's like not really giving it to him, and then he says like, yeah, and your dad, oh, he must have been a great guy. And Ava's just like, yeah, I guess they say that, don't they? And it's like, you could have just been nice to him. He's like your biggest fan. You didn't have to be
I wonder if any of that's like going anywhere, like, because it's why would they make a character?
Exactly. Like, I wonder if it's going somewhere, but my impression of this game, like 2 hours in, is that Ava's just a colossal dick to everyone all the time.
Yeah.
She's even like, the robot's an inanimate object, but she's like getting mad at the robot for playing the voicemail that she told it to play because she didn't like what they said. Or something. I'm just like, you suck. I don't like you.
What a weird choice.
You're a bad person who is neglecting your loved ones and like shirking your responsibilities to go climb a mountain that everybody thinks is going to kill you. Like, her manager keeps calling and it's like, hey, I'm trying to get sponsors to fund your activity that people want to pay you to do, but I need you to send me some pictures or send me any sign that you're even still alive. And she's like, oh, he's so annoying trying to give me all this money to climb. I'm just like, you're terrible. I hate you. Like, this person is insufferable. And so I don't like those
Weird
parts
choice.
very much.
Yeah.
But the game's good,
Okay.
other than having an insufferable protagonist. And I can't tell. Like, you might be supposed to hate her. I don't know yet.
Yeah, it almost makes me wonder if they're setting something up, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I figure her relationship
like
with
this,
her dad
though.
is going to be complicated, and maybe there is some time-relevant reason she needed to climb the mountain right now related to her dad. That is my best guess right now. But I don't have that information yet. I'm halfway, not even halfway through the game, and all I know is that she sucks. And even I'll say it right now, as a cat owner who's had a sick cat a few times recently, I don't care. I don't care what her reason was. She shouldn't have left. Like, there's no excuse to leave your sick and dying animal behind to go climb a mountain.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
No
That's
excuse.
Very weird. Yeah.
So I hate her.
Okay. Mike, you got anything?
You know, I feel like I need to give us a break from Monster Hunter, even though I want to talk about Sunbreak.
Yeah.
I'll save it for the next time I'm on, which
My
could be
man.
next week. It could be the week after. Who knows? But I want to talk about Hitman for a little bit because I made it halfway through too.
My man.
Just completed Mumbai.
Oh, nice.
So-
So you done the bank, and the bank was part of 2,
The
right?
bank?
The
No,
bank
I
is
haven't
at the
done
end of
bank.
2.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
the
just
bank's
finished
DLC.
Mumbai.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't done the bank.
Okay, never mind.
I've done all of Hitman 1, which included Hokkaido. I've done New
Hokkaido.
Zealand,
Oh,
the racetrack.
Miami.
Miami.
Miami's
What was this
sick.
one after
Oh.
the racetrack? Hold on. I'm looking.
Remembering the order is impossible for me now.
Marrakesh?
South America. South America, where you're fighting the cartels. Like
Oh,
cartel
yeah, that
leaders.
was
I
fun.
just did the cartel one. That one was interesting.
It's so big. It's such a huge map.
Okay. I'll have to admit, I've kind of gotten complacent with my gameplay in Hitman, and I just prefer to shoot people in the head now. It's just easier. Just like
That's
go
fine.
into
I
a
mean,
bush.
Yeah,
and
for your
shoot
first
someone in the
playthrough, there's
head.
nothing wrong with shooting somebody in the head.
Well, in Mumbai, I tried to do some of the stories and some of the more interesting assassinations. Like I did the big fan one, and I did what was it? I shoved a man off a cliff after leading him to like a tea party
Yeah.
or something. I poisoned him. He went to throw up. And pushed him off an edge. But the girl there, I kind of found a way to get on. I got on top of a trading cart that had a window into this warehouse, saw her through the glass, and shot her in the head. It completely scot-free. It was just such a clean assassination, and it was so quick.
Was your pistol like silenced?
Yeah,
again?
I was using the default silence pistol.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was just
Yeah,
so
yeah.
clean. It was such a clean
Gold baller,
assassination.
silver baller.
Dude.
It's easy to get complacent with it, and I try to do
Yeah.
interesting things sometimes. I think Miami, I shoved the girl down an elevator shaft after dressing up as a flamingo.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
Did you get
I-
the flamingo exit?
No. I still had to kill the guy, and I dressed up as an engineer to sabotage the car, so he exploded.
There's an exit in
Nice.
Miami that you can only do if you're in the flamingo costume, where you actually like fly away, like flapping your
You're kidding me?
wings.
Oh, I should have done it.
That's great. I didn't know
I
that.
need to kill the guy first, but I wanted to blow up the car.
A few of the maps have secret exits like that. Like in New York, the bank, there's one where you dress up as an investment banker and you crash the stocks and you walk up to a window and you like throw your tie over your shoulder and step out the window to escape.
That's wild.
There was one. I know
What a
the
game.
South America one. I went to the drug lab last, shot the guy from the bushes, got out scot free, and then walked into a helicopter and flew away. It's
Yeah.
like, wouldn't they have
So-
noticed this helicopter leaving with the suspicious
nah.
drug chemist?
Don't worry about it.
They just watch a chemist get into a helicopter and leave. Suspicious.
I love Hitman, dude.
It's
Those
such a-
games.
We are getting ever closer now as Mike continues to our Hitman.
It's
episode.
such a.
Well,
it's
you have to
coming.
play freelancer too, Ahmed.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
It's such
Like
an
once we're
interesting
close,
mode, or
I'll
such
be
an
freelancer for the episode. I'll grind it
Mike,
out.
let me
I'll get
know
the win.
once you're close, and I will.
I've been going
switch
through it
over to
slowly.
playing nothing but Hitman.
I've been going through it
Yeah.
slowly. I am.
Yeah. No, that's the way to do it. Don't force it.
Hokkaido.
But yeah,
was
enjoy
fun.
it. Enjoy it.
Savor
Hokkaido
it,
was a
even.
really fun mission.
Hokkaido is one of
Hokkaido's-
my favorites. Oh, I love
Hokkaido is one of
Hokkaido.
my favorites to come up on freelancer just because it's so especially in VR. It's so cozy in the spa. Like
It's one of the. It's also a map that like you have to change disguises pretty quickly to navigate it.
Yep.
Like that, no other map really requires you to like swap disguises as much as Hokkaido did.
I'm excited for you to get to Hitman 3 because I do think Hitman 3 steps it up in a big way. Like Dubai, Berlin.
You have the DLC, right? Because I think the bank is a DLC.
I don't
now.
have
The
all
bank's a DLC for 2.
Yeah, I might have it.
Okay,
but
yes.
I'll see. If I'm
Yeah.
not, I'll pay for it because I'm really enjoying what I have so far.
It's worth it, yeah.
Downloaded an elusive target as well.
I haven't done any of those.
I did the serial killer in like the suburb
Okay, yeah.
where you don't actually know who the target is, but you can kind of picture out who it is. I walked out, shot him in the head, and then left.
Dude, the suburb is such a great level.
It
too. I
is.
didn't know that you already got to that. That's
No,
that's
I just
awesome.
did the elusive target first. I was like, I'm going to do an elusive target real fast.
I got you. Yeah.
What? Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
I like
it
its puzzle
Oregon?
solving though. Its puzzle solving is really interesting.
Somewhere in the U.S.,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whittleton Creek is the name of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I went
but
to
I don't
Whittleton
remember.
Creek.
Yes, that's a crazy pull. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
Whittleton
it's not.
Creek, yeah.
I know my Hitman, dude.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I've been watching speedrunner Atrioc. Atrioc, Linkus, and a Spectacore did a game called Hitman Horse for a while, where they would like come up with their own contracts in Hitman and like
Oh,
compete
that's
against each other.
That's
And
awesome.
I love those videos. They're so fun.
It's such a good game though. I don't know why I just avoided playing it for so long, but the amount of options it gives you to like take out your target is staggering. Like just when I
Yeah.
think I've
Yeah.
figured it out and I'm like, oh, this is the most optimal way to kill the target. It's like, no, I could have just threw a knife at him.
No, I think it's really funny that me and Ahmed played this game first because it's an extremely mic pilled game. Like
Oh, it
it's
is.
very.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call it an
Dynamic.
immersive sim, but it is close.
It's so
Like,
close.
It gives you so many options, so many
Yeah.
tools.
I remember Sapienza, I had the most trouble getting to the drug lab because killing the one
Mhm.
target up in the mansion, I kind of just put an explosive golf ball on a caddy and walked away, and eventually he
Right.
died.
Yeah.
Finding
getting
like
down
a
to the
tall
virus,
tower, getting down to the virus was the hard part because that's
Yeah.
a pain in itself.
I love Sapiens.
Oh, Sapienza was good. I
Dude, yes.
Take me back.
Oh,
did, Colorado was interesting. It was kind of a pain.
You liked it?
It was
Yeah.
interesting, but it was painful.
Colorado is probably my second. Like if we're counting the train level at the end of Hitman 3.
right. Yeah. We
Colorado's-
talked about that before.
Colorado's my second least favorite map, probably. I really don't like it.
But you still have. I mean, you've gone through so many good maps, classic maps already, and you still have so
You
many
still have so much peak.
amazing maps
Yeah,
left.
so many
And the
amazing
story
maps.
kind of picks up in 3 too. I mean, it's never like amazing, but
Mumbai was
Right.
an interesting map too. I liked the whole construction site as well and its verticality
yeah.
and
yeah.
trying to kill that man through a window. Which I
And
didn't
you
do.
don't know who one of the targets is, right? Like you
Yeah.
don't know what he looks like.
You don't know what
Yeah.
he looks like. He's unknown.
Yeah.
I just lured him out with like a tea party.
Yeah. I think
And
that's
then-
actually what the speedrunners do.
Yeah, I lured him out with a tea party, poisoned his wine, and then kicked him off an edge later.
there's like
as
a
you're
train
starting
running
up.
around that map, and like it's a
Yeah.
huge map.
That's a big map. So much interesting going on.
Yeah,
Hokkaido was more compact. I think I navigated
is.
that entire map. Most of the one maps are more dense. But
Hokkaido is where you
kinda-
kill Slim Shady, which is so funny. They did a Slim Shady elusive target, and he was in Hokkaido.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I didn't play it. I missed a lot of the
elusive targets.
the limited time stuff. I don't know, man. It doesn't fit my lifestyle.
yeah.
Like the only one I do those for is Monster Hunter, and that's because I was probably gonna play it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I like the nature of elusive targets too. I think that's an interesting way to play the game. Like you only get one shot. If you fail, you can't go back. Can't do it again.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So
It's very stressful.
very stressful.
But it does. I like it because it does force you to play Hitman in the way that is like most interesting, which is like, oh, if something sloppy happens, you just got to make it work. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta because it's an easy game to fall into save scumming in, and I think it's way more fun if you just roll with the punches and play through whatever
I had
mistakes you
something
make.
Yeah.
sloppy happen in Mumbai, but eventually I got to the point where I'm like, I don't think this is a winnable situation. I'm just gonna go back a little bit. And retry.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to.
I'm like, I don't have any weapons. I'm now stuck on a ledge, and all the guards want to kill me if I pop off this ledge. So
Yeah, sometimes you just get
like,
beat, and that's okay.
I caused way too much chaos.
There's a difference between losing and having to reload and save scumming. You know,
I mean, I will save before I make a decision that might like spiral out of control because I know it's like, oh, this is risky. But
yeah. But you're entitled to that option. You know, they put it in the game, but it's I like not doing it. I think it makes the game. But I'm also like a veteran at this point. I've played 100 hours of this game.
sometimes
you,
the chaos
you've played
is fun.
more than me for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
I want to do a level where I just kind of kill everybody. I just want to do
Make
it.
a pile.
I just want to make a pile. I want to go through the entire level and just kill as many people.
turn into a
turn into
You
into
can
like a
kill every
mass
guard.
killer.
Like there is a finite number of guards in each map. They
Yeah.
do not spawn in. You can empty a map. I've seen people do it.
Yeah, it's honestly kind of easy if you think about it. The New Zealand
some
level
maps.
was, I think, the one level where I got on the roof of the building, killed both the guards up there, and just shot the woman through the skylight.
Yeah. I think Miami actually doesn't have that many guards if you want to just kill all the guards. But like it is really funny to see. Like I've seen people kill all the guards in New York, and then you can just walk around with a gun out and everybody's freaking out, but nothing happens.
Yeah,
Like,
the
'cause
targets
there's
are
no
all
guards
running
left to
away.
shoot
There's
you.
no guards. It's not a lot of
Yeah.
good points, but I mean,
No,
it's
but it is
normal.
funny.
Unless you
What a
knock them
good
all
game.
out.
God, I hope that's coming soon, right? 007.
007, I think it's this year.
yeah. That's this year. I think first half of this year.
Yeah, I think it's early
So-
this year. We didn't talk
Dude,
about
that
that.
might be a game all three of us play.
Yeah.
Since Mike's into Hitman now, that could be a fun one.
Maybe.
So-
Maybe I'll play it. Who knows?
But yeah, our Hitman episode is coming.
Yeah,
Like,
finally.
don't worry about that.
Our Monster Hunter episode's coming.
We've done Monster Hunter episodes.
We'll get another
we've done cumulatively
the
like
show
8
is a
Monster
Monster
Hunter
Hunter
episodes.
Yeah. All right. Well, right before we hit the 2-hour mark here, thank you all for listening. You can follow us at Podcast Game Talk on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can click the link in the description of the show to join our Discord and talk to us there, as more and more of you are doing, which we appreciate.
Yeah.
And you can please like, rate, and review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast services you use. Thank you, Connor and Mike.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.